Alrighty, so we are going live. For anyone that's in here currently, I highly doubt, we are playing Patriot Modern Mentoring. So I wrote an article about this a while ago because I had a viewer request to ensure that. Oh, hold on one second. Silly me. I gotta switch mics. There we go. That might have actually been fine anyways because I think I actually have it set up to, yeah, just be that mic anyway. So I was actually all set. Sorry about that, folks. So we're playing Patriot Modern Mentoring. I had a request for an article to brew something with Mentor in Modern. The person was unsure if Mentor could be a thing in Modern. I'm a little unsure if it can be a thing as well. I actually had a couple test games in. This deck may need a few more cantrips. Thought Scour could probably just become like Siren Visions. Some number of these other cards can probably become other things. Like the gut shots are actually pretty good. I played against Death and Taxes, so that worked out pretty well. But we're going to actually do this league real quick and try and figure out what Modern Mentor might look like. Oh, thanks for the congrats, Dave. Appreciate it. I'm still trying to set stuff up, and I've got a bunch of stuff notes I'm taking. So for anyone that wasn't aware, I recently got an invitation by Twitch to become an affiliate, which means I can put up for subscribers and whatnot, and people can pay to see my content. Obviously, I will not make it necessary. I don't want my content to be strictly people that pay me, because that's not really what I'm here for. I'm here to bring entertainment, bring some funny brews and stuff, but obviously payments will be, accepted because it'll just open up what I can do for my viewership. So I got a few things in notes, but we'll go into that when that becomes a real thing. So the deck, I have 23 lands. Got mostly fairly standard Patriot control metabase. So I have 2 irrigated farmlands, just as like a way to just turn the extra lands later in the game into actual cards. 4 Hallowed Fountain, 4 Steam Vents, and then 4 islands, 1 mountain, 1 plains, and the 1 Sacred Foundry. Sacred Foundry is like my least exciting land, but it's another red source I can fetch if I have to. So I have 3 Mistress Baubles. It's a free spell to play when you cast a Mentor. It also gives some information on what my opponent might be doing. It can also give me information on whether or not I want to fetch on my turn. So like if I crack a Mistress Bauble targeting myself, I have a fetch land up. I can look, see if it's like a land or something I can fetch. That way when I draw at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep, I can potentially draw a non-land card rather than a land. For removal, we got 3 Path to Exile, we got 4 Lightning Bolts, we got 2 Gut Shots, 3 Lightning Helix. I feel like removal is going to be fairly necessary. We don't particularly want anything large to hit the ground and stonewall us. Something like a Garmag Angler, Tasigur, Tarmogoyf, even just little Dirtles. Why am I dressed like Russell in the thing? Well, so it's getting really cold out, and although I like the cold, sometimes I have to wear more layers of clothing to ensure that I don't freeze. So that's what's with the coat and whatnot. But yeah, thanks for the question, Aaron. I appreciate that. Glad you could tune in. So yeah, I found that like a lot of removal's been really good. I played 1 practice game against Death and Taxes, and pretty much just they couldn't keep threats on board at all, and my Monastery Mentors and Monk tokens eventually took over the game and just crushed. Um, so I originally, when I wrote the deck, I had 4 Siren Visions instead of 4 Opt. I think Opt is correct in the way to go with the deck, honestly. It gives us more ability to do some combat tricks where like my opponent, like if they think I'm on Siren Visions, I have a Mentor in play, they try and block with like a 2/2 or 3/3 or whatever. I can like Opt and then cast another instant speed spell to just get a Mentor through, save it from combat damage and whatnot. 2 Spell Pierce, mostly there to shut down hopefully things like Path Exile early or things of that nature. Spell Pierce, I'm a little unsure of. That's something that like could possibly be an extra remand or another Snapcaster Mage or something. 3 Thought Scour. This is the card that I've been most skeptical of. It's likely better as Siren Visions or some number of Faithful Saluting. Faithful Saluting would have the ability where you can hard cast it and then you can flash it back later in the game. So it actually gives us the ability to like just have greater access to non-creature spells for prowess and monk triggers and whatnot. Apostle's Blessings there is like a 1 mana like save my mentor from Abrupt Decay, Path Exile, Fatal Push, Lightning Bolt, etc. 3 3 mana leaks just gives us an early way to just kind of slow my opponent down, get ready so we can get set up for a mentor play. 3 remands. It's possible. Remand, I think, is definitely correct. It's possible some of these cards should be different variants of them that have draw a card stapled to them. Because one thing I did discover when I was playing this earlier was that not enough cantrips so much for the mentor plan. So that it's possible that like these 2 gut shots are a little too cute and should just become like Siren Visions or the Faithless Wings I was discussing. Pair of Snapcaster Mage are great. Beetle rebuy spells, get like a surprise blocker, things of that nature. I found that to be really helpful. We already talked about Lightning Helix because we talked about removal. Mycelium Mentor is the reason why we're here. It's 2 to white, 2/2 as prowess. So whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it gets +1/+1 to 1 a turn. And then whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you create a 1/1 white monk creature token into play with prowess. So if we can, tap out for a mentor with like a few other spells and whatnot, we can just really quick go wide and hopefully take over a game, pretty much close it out as fast as possible. And then I have this 1-up spicy number, Temporal Trespass. It's 8 and 3 blue, Delve, and it has take an extra turn after this one, then exile it. So this can set us for a really good play where like we can cast a couple like bolts, cantrips, whatever, and then like for 3 mana just cast this to take an extra turn. So we'll make like 4 or 5 monk tokens, punch in with a large mentor, maybe another monk token or 2, take an extra turn, and then like maybe cast a couple other spells and whatnot, so we can like really push through the damage with the mentor and kill him just a couple turns. It's kind of similar to the idea of like running Time Walk in like Vintage Mentor or like Pyromancer decks. So we're gonna try that out. This is probably incorrect, but it's gonna be fun regardless. It could be something like Set Adrift or whatnot, where it's put non-land permanent you control and non-land permanent your opponent controls on top of their library and has Delve. That could also just be a correct option. This is actually another reason why we have Thought Scour here, so we'll figure it out. We'll play around tonight, see different matchups, and see how it goes. So on the sideboard, we have 2 Relic of Generators for some graveyard hate. It can also be technically a cantrip, which is nice. 2 Dispels is a way to fight with just 1 mana. 2 Dispels is a good way to fight on the stack with just 1 mana to counter something like a Fatal Push or Path Exile, things of that nature. Celestial Purge is great against like Death Shadow and whatnot. I actually took a Jeskai control sideboard. Oh, Jeskai, why did I say that? So I took a Patriot control sideboard and just pretty much made some slight edits. There was 1 Supreme Verdict and 2 Pina and Kirin Millar. I switched those out for 3 Cryptic Commands, so postboard we can become a little bit more of a control deck, be a little bit slower, but then just be able to slowly tempo out our opponent, drop a mentor, and then just start casting things left and right. So I think that's going to be a decent postboard plan. So Celestial Purge, great against Death Shadow. Disdainful Strokes, great against stuff like Garmag Angler, Tasker, other like Planeswalkers, things of that nature. Negate's just a decent 2 mana, like counter target on creature spell. Spellcaller should probably be in the 75. If it was in the board, I don't know if I'd be happy with that. Spellcaller could possibly be correct, mostly just because it can counter stuff like it can actually technically counter stuff like Supreme Verdict and Abrupt Decay, but I don't think that's. I think that's a little more. I think that's a little more cute than anything, but it might be possibly correct. It is a 2/3 flyer, so that does help. 1 copy of Wear Tear. It's great against Rest in Peace, Land of Void, things like that. If we want to continue to have access to our graveyard, is it Static Caster? Really good against weenie decks. It's fine against Vizier combo, Collected Company decks, things of that nature. Great against Thalia, stuff like that. Vendilion Click, here's additional pressure, can help break up the hand like Storm might have that they need. Like let's say they top deck like their Passing Flame or something, we want to be able to take it or whatnot. If they cast a Ritual before the Ritual resolves, we can cast it, put a Passing Flames on like bottom of the library or whatnot if we give it to them with the gifts or whatnot. So Vendilion Click's going to be a little bit of a, hopefully combo hate. It's also just an additional flyer to attack in the air. Then Engineer Explosives, great against tokens, fine against decks like Death and Taxes. They have a lot of 1-drops, a lot of 2-drops, depending on what we need. This can be a board wipe as well without really affecting us too much. We don't have any 1 converted mana cost non-land permanents except for the Relic of Genitus. So, and that's not really, these 2 don't particularly overlap that much, so that should never be a nombo. As far as like 2-drops, like if we kill our own Snapcaster Mage, that's fine. So if we want to wipe the board of like Alien Arbiter, Thalia, Blade Slicer's 3 actually. But if we want to like the board of like Alien Arbiter, Thalia, things of that nature, Engineering Explosives can come and do that as well. But yeah, that's the deck. Wow, I've been averaging 10 minutes on quick deck checks, deck techs. So we're going to do this. We're going to try it out. It's possible there should be some number of man lands in here. I just think that having just these two lands that come to play tapped is probably a little bit too much. I don't think we want to do man lands over these cycle lands because we're not particularly trying to be a slow control deck. We do want to control for the first 2 or 3 turns, then drop like a mentor with like a bauble and a bolt or something, so we can get at least a couple tokens if our opponent tries to, just answer our mentor and call it a day. So we're going to try it out. Let's go into our league match now. I did join a competitive league, which may or may not be correct, but I want to try it competitive, see if, it actually competes. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I had a couple of turns earlier where, one turn I was able to make like 4 or 5 monk tokens, punch for like a 7/7 mentor. So definitely think that the deck should be a lot of fun, have some competitive nature to it. All right. If you're in here, PJ Mendez, thank you for the follow. Does it count? What? Does it count as a punt when you say Jeskai? Yeah, I would say that counts as a punt for sure. I don't actually know if the punt thing is set up. I think I have it set up so you have to do 2 punts for it. 2 people have to say that it was a punt for it to actually be a punt. So if you're in here talking to yourself, buddy, you're not going to be able to get there. Sorry about that. All right. Fine. Yeah, there we go. We got a match going. Finally. I was a little worried about that. I didn't say Jeskai again. Screw you. Nice job. Nice job doing punt, by the way. O-U-N-T. Exclamation point out. All right. Were possum. Okay. So it's the were possum, apparently. I mean, I'm fine with this. It's a little tight on mana, at least. But we have, like, Thought Scour. We have Snapcaster Major Man. So we have some redraws and whatnot. We're going to try this out. I'm probably just going to lead on Irrigated Farmland. My opponent kept their opening hand. So we're going to start with an Irrigated Farmland as they go. It's possible we do want to start with like Fledstrand just in case like our opponent's on Vials and whatnot, but I think this seems correct. Our opponent led on just basic island, that's a little odd. Yeah. Let's see what our opponent does. Island's probably going to lead to like something like Storm. Yeah, that's an opt. I think we're fine with opt resolving. Want to be able to keep up like Revenge and Spell Pierce. So we're fine with opt resolving. End of turn, we'll probably Thought Scour ourselves. What did our opponent do with that out of curiosity? They put a card on top of the library and then drew a card, so okay. They obviously liked what they saw. Assuming it's going to be a Brawl. If it's Brawl, we're just going to remand it. Spreading Seas, okay. My better get. This is probably the blue-red Breach deck. That's the only deck I can think of that runs like Spreading Seas and blue-red lands and ops. So my best assumption is that we're against blue-red Breach, which means we're definitely going to have to be as fast as possible. Our opponent does run Lightning Bolts and whatnot, so we can't just jam a Mentor here. We have to jam a Mentor when we can actually cast another spell. Otherwise, we're going to get 0 value from it. So end of turn, we're just going to Thought Scour. I'm just going to target myself. We do have Snapcaster Mage in hand, so if we get some like good stuff in here. Okay, so we actually milled a Mentor, which kind of sucks. That gave away. That pretty much gives away what we're doing here. No, I'm not going to pay 2 life tests. Steam Vent's coming to untap for no reason. Okay. So our opponent has 3 mana. We probably don't just want to jam a Mentor into that, quite frankly. I'm assuming there's going to be a Vidalian Click, which is a little annoying, but we're gonna go ahead and remand that. We'll have Mana Leak up next turn if they try to just jam like a Third Breach or something. So I'm not too worried about that. We'll just play the Scalding Tarn in. We're just going to pass back. If they try to do Click again, we'll just Mana Leak at that time and just get it off the board, basically. Not going to take that crap from them. Wouldn't mind if they just tried jamming a Blood Moon here. Alright, we're going to fetch on a turn. There's a chance they might try and click us and whatnot, so I'm actually just going to fetch a... I have basic plains in hand, so I'm just going to fetch a basic island to keep 2 mana up in case they try and click us when we only have 1 mana. I have to assume they're going to click us again. It's going to be during our draw step. And they are stuck on 3 mana, so we're definitely just going to mana leak that and just call it a day. Opponent really wants that click to get on board. So we're going to wait 1 more turn. I want to be able to hold up. We got Snap Spell Pierce if they try to just jam it through the breach here. If they don't, we're just going to opt. So there's a chance if they have like Cryptic Command, we'll put that on top of our library. I don't mind drawing the Lightning Helix. Alright, so there's a good chance they probably have Cryptic Command. So I don't think we just want to jam a Mentor. Do we have enough? We have enough to Mentor Snap Pierce. So I'm actually okay with that. Like, they want a Cryptic and tap out, that's fine with me. I'll just Snap Spell Pierce it, and then we're way ahead on board at that point. If they have Through the Breach, obviously we're just probably dead. But I don't think I can just sit here and do nothing forever, so... I mean, it's possible we just, like, if they Cryptic, we just let the Cryptic, like, kill this and get this and call it a day. But I think we have to Snap Pierce this. What do they have? Draw a card and counter target spell. Yeah, so we're going to Snap Pierce. I'm not taking this crap from my opponent. It'd be nice if we could have gotten like tokens and stuff off that, but I mean, there's not much we can really do about that. They just untap and get us with a Through the Breach into Emrakul, we're in a little bit of trouble. They do need it. It's worth it to note that they need 1 more land, or like the Simian Spirit Guide to get us like that. Maybe a Ritual. They also need the Emrakul, so we're going to hope that's not the case. They are trying to pay costs right now, so we might be in a little bit of trouble. Okay. They're going to Spreading Seas my red source, that's fine. They do not have mana to do Through the Breach now. So, Bolt, that sucks. Alright, so they bolted to the Mentor, and they got that. That's 2 Mentors down, unfortunately. Yeah. So I guess we're just on the Snapcaster Beatdown plan for right now, which may actually get there. We'll see what happens. So it's worth noting Lightning Helix is right now shut off until we find another red source. Okay, so our opponent didn't do anything. Okay. Hallowed Fountain. We're just going to play that. No, we're not going to pay 2. We don't really want to do that. So I think this matchup we're probably going to turn into more of the control deck. So this matchup post board we're probably going to put on like Cryptic Commands, and doing click of our own stuff like that. Snapcaster Mage, they can get Bolt back. I mean, I'm kind of fine with that. Am I? Yeah, I think we just remand the Bolt. Maybe we just take it. They're going to target Opt. Alright, so they're trying to dig, so I'm actually more apt to counter the Opt using a remand. Guess maybe I can let him get rid of it. I'd rather remand like a Through the Breach or whatever. Like, I definitely don't care about Blood Moon right now, so they try to resolve a Blood Moon. Like, I'm fine having 3 islands or 4 islands, whatever it'll end up being. Not sure about Spreading Seas with Steam Benson play, but yeah. My opponent's at 13, we're at 18, so right now we're winning this race. I'm not sure why they didn't hold back to block, unless they have like another Bolt or something. If that's the case, that's good for them. No, we're not paying 2 life for that. That might have actually been worth playing 2 life for, just so we have the red source up, but I'd rather not take any more damage than we have to, especially if we're going to be on the Snapcaster race. So my opponent's doing. If my opponent's trying to end a turn Through the Breach, that might be a little bit problematic. Yeah, there's definitely a Through the Breach on the turn. Alright, so we're going to try and counter that. We're going to remand that now. There's a good chance that they're... Okay, we have Mana Leak off the remand, so that's pretty sweet. When they try to Through the Breach on their turn 2, we're just going to counter it. I'm just going to make them eat crap, basically. It's like, how does it feel to get wrecked, nerd? I'm tempted to just like Path Exile their Snapcaster Mage because I really don't want to keep taking damage from this. I'm assuming my opponent was doing Through the Breach just to try and like force a move out of us, try and use up counter magic, and then didn't have the creature. Because I have to assume if they had the creature, they'd probably just jam another Through the Breach there. Like, I'm fine pathing their Snapcaster Mage. I'm not going to be able to path anything else that they have. Scalding Tarn, all these lands we're drawing are starting to become a little unfortunate. I will play the Scalding Tarn, but I'm not really happy about having all lands. It's possible I should just keep that in hand to, you know, threaten to basically having a little more counter magic than we actually have, but Snapcaster Mage, sure. What are you targeting? Okay, so we're gonna lose that to a Lightning Bolt, that's fine. I'm gonna let that happen, but I'm gonna Lightning Helix their Snapcaster Mage in response. Did I not click the Lightning Helix? Yeah, I gotta click the Lightning Helix to cast it, apparently. Okay, yeah, we both lose our Snapcaster Mages. So they're down 2 Snapcaster Mages, right? Nope, 1 snap. Oh, 2 because I path 1. Then I click. Alright, so we're doing pretty good as far as trading off resources and whatnot. They do have 6 cards in hand. If they have anything like, I guess if they have like a spell period or a dispel main board or whatnot, they could breach, dispel our mana leak. As of right now, we can beat a Through the Breach with a mana leak. The fact they haven't tried breaching again since then, I'm assuming they don't have a creature to put in, but they might have found one by now since they are trying again. This time, be able to mana leak and actually counter it. It's not very nice. This is like one less Through the Breach we have to worry about now. At a turn, we're going to fetch. Do the good old end of turn, fetch a shock. No, we're not going to take damage off that. Thank you. Thanks for the offer, though. I appreciate it. Apostle's Blessing, not great. It would be better if we had a Mentor in play still, but just got to hope they don't have it, I guess, at this point. At this point, I guess if they have it, we still can like sack like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We still actually sack like 6 lands, and they have to find something relevant. It's not exactly ideal, but it works. Alright, Thoughtscour I'm going to target them with, because I don't want to possibly mill my last Mentor. So Electrolyze, Scalding Tarn is pretty good hits. We hit a Remand, that's not exactly ideal, but Remand can keep them off Through the Breach another turn if they keep trying. This is another Snapcaster Mage. Sweet. Are you going to try Through the Breach off that? Through the Breach, yeah. Okay, we're going to Remand that, that's fine. So like our opponent's digging pretty hard to get this Through the Breach online. And we're doing a very good job at keeping them from doing that. Drawing another land is really miserable. How many lands have we found so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright, well if that's 14 out of 23 lands out of the way, so hopefully we don't keep drawing lands, because that would be very unfortunate. But let's see. Yeah, Lightning Bolt. I can answer a Snapcaster Mage if we have to. No, we're not going to pay the 2 life, because that might be relevant. So Lightning Bolt's very unfortunate if they actually have the Through the Breach with the creature. They do have Desolate Lighthouse, so they can actually start like drawing through their deck and finding what they need. Yeah, that's okay. They discarded Blood Moon because they realized that that card does basically nothing against us. We have way too many basics for that to matter. I mean, we're not doing anything else with this Lightning Bolt, so I'm just going to try and bolt that. If they try to remand it, cool. I'll just cast Bolt again. Not really a big deal. So that's 3 Snapcasters and 1 click down. So now they're basically on the Through the Breach. Okay, there's another Hallowed Fountain. So we're looking pretty awesome here. So I'm going to pass until response. Pretend like Hallowed Fountain wasn't a land. Hopefully my opponent plays a little more careful around stuff like counter magic, but they could always try and call our bluff. How many remands have we used? We used all 3 limit remand, and we've used 2 mana leaks, so we have 1 more mana leak and 1 Snapcaster Mage to recast those, so we might be in a little bit of trouble. Okay. So they Desolate Lighthouse, they opt, now they're peeking. They're obviously going to target me to see if the coast is clear, which is unfortunate because they're going to see how clear the coast is. That's like, yeah, they targeted me. That sucks. Well, I got Bolt. Yeah, Bolt, because of now that they have Through the Breach, we're just dead to an Emrakul. After everything my opponent's cast, like, there's no way they don't have Through the Breach here. I'm obviously going to make them show me the card, but I'm kind of curious what creatures they are running. I'm assuming it's just going to be Emrakul, but yeah, okay. We lost this game. Emrakul's a pretty good card, turns out. Alright. So that was unfortunate, but it happens. So we're going to definitely board in 3 Cryptic Commands. We're boarding a Vendilion Clique. Disdainful Stroke's real good here. Negate's fine here. Dispels are great here. I'm not a huge fan of Relic of Vision in this, although it could be like worthwhile to just kind of nerf the graveyard a bit. Wear Charm is probably not really necessary. I don't think we are that worried about Blood Moon. What's bad here? So gut shots are absolutely horrible here. Like they can give like a cheap prowess and whatnot, but I don't think that's really the battle we want to be fighting. Path Exile will be really good against like World Spine Worm if we have to do it there. Let's resort this with everything in the deck. Let's see. Lightning Helix probably isn't great. Bolts I'm okay with because we definitely want the reach, but I don't think I want a full 4. And then 3 Thought Scour I feel like are just bad here. I don't think we actually want Thought Scour. They switched Pyromancer post board. We're keeping like 3 bolts and 3 paths, so I'm fine with that. I want the Apostle's Blessing for sure because I need to protect my creatures. So I think that I'm actually okay with this configuration. Like if I had to cut anything, it'd probably be 3 Mishra's Baubles, and I bring back like 2 Gut Shots and a Lightning Bolt. EE, I don't think EE is great here. Like, was a hit. I can plop it underneath for a Blood Moon. Again, I don't think we really care much about Blood Moon. Can kill like Pyromancer and tokens. I'm going to bring in Static Caster. I'm going to bring anything else because this is also an answer to Snapcaster. Yeah, I think Static Caster is still just better if I was to do anything. If they're going to go Pyromancer post point, I'll try a Static Caster, and I'll trim a Mishra's Bauble. Actually, I'm just going to trim the Mishra's Bauble in general. They're probably just bad. I don't want the gut shots, but the free prowess is good. Alright, we're going to try the Statcaster if they go on the Young Pyromancer plan. I feel like after what they saw that game, they're probably not, because I see I have like infinite removal, but they might. Yeah, this hand's pretty good. I'm bound to keep it. We have some redraws here. We got Cryptic Command once we find a 4th land. As we learned from that last game, we're pretty good at finding lands, so that should not be an issue. I'll lead on the Flood Strand so we can fetch in a turn for a shock. We have Plains, so I'm bound to just get a 2nd Steam Vents. They like want to Spreading Seas us and whatnot. That could actually take us off that. I don't think we get Sacred Fountain. I think we need the land. Hollow Fountain. I like to pay 2 life for this. No. Alright, so we drew another land, which is good. I'm actually going to... I will fetch at the end of their next turn, though. Alright, so fetching a shock, chances are they're going to opt end of turn. See what they do with that. They put a card in the bottom of the library, so they're digging. They're digging for something. They're either digging for more land or they're digging for combo pieces. My better bet would be combo pieces, but if they miss a land drop here, we'll know it's definitely more land. Could have been more land than they had land. I don't know. We'll find out. Oh no, I did it again. Oh, nope. Alright, so we're also at the point where we can have Cryptic Command mana up, which is nice. Another ops, yeah, that's fine. What did they do with that one? Another card on bottom, so I think they're just digging for combo. I'm going to try to do the fetch and shock, and not shock. Yeah, so another Steam Vents. No, I might like to pay 2. It's possible I should be fetching like some number of islands as well, just in case they do go on Blood Moon or whatnot. At this point, if they tap out for Blood Moon, I have Cryptic Command, I can get that. I have double Remand, so it's fine. And here, if they just tap out for combo, I just Cryptic and draw. Alright, so we have Vendilion Clique. If they cast it through the breach, we can actually click in response, and hopefully just like get them that way. That's probably going to be like my first option for the first through the breach. Alright, so we can actually have click and dispel up. So I'm going to stop at my opponent's draw step. I'm going to click them at the end of their draw step, see what they got going. It's like we can click and have dispel up if they try to bolt it. Okay, so they're fetching in a turn. Let's see what they do. Oh, I have 7 cards in the hand, so I have to discard. That's unfortunate. I don't think I can discard remands. They buy us a lot of time and cantrip. I think Path to Exile is probably the weakest card in our hand right now, so I'm fine with it. Oh no, I didn't click. Oh well. Alright, end of turn is where I'm going to click them now. They didn't actually do anything, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. So we can get rid of this draw step. Stop here. Alright, so they're trying to pay cost on something. Through the breach, we're just going to dispel it. So Cryptic Command, we're going to dispel it as well. Counterflux. Okay. Well, we're not going to do anything about that, so that's just going to resolve. And we're not going to have a click. Counterflux, that card's pretty obnoxious, isn't it? I am going to pay 2 life for this one because I would love to hold up Cryptic and Dispel, or like double Remand Dispel, so I'm actually going to pay 2 life for that Steam Vents. Check out what the graveyards look like. Counterflux, that's real obnoxious. Alright, so we're not finding any pressure at the moment. We really need that click to resolve. Unfortunately, Counterflux can't be countered, so that wasn't really an option. 5 mana, so here comes a Through the Breach attempt. I'm just going to remand this one. I'm going to hold up Remand and Dispel for next turn. Spell Queller. Spell Queller would be nice. We don't have Spell Queller, though. Okay, so they're trying to Dispel my Dispel. So I'm just going to Dispel their Dispel. And now we'll still have Remand up next turn. Just gotta hope they don't. I guess we just gotta hope that they don't have like another. It's possible we should have just dispelled that first, but if they have like a counter magic up, that's whatnot. We might be a little screwed here. That might have been a punt. We'll find out. I can't imagine they're gonna have another dispel though. So yeah, we got it. We got it. I figured that'd be okay, but that might have been a little sketchy. Yeah, Spell Queller would definitely be cute to have. Definitely would love to find some pressure soon because we're not going to win by just drawing all these spells. I don't care if they dig. We have Cryptic Double Remand and Bolt and Path, so we're pretty strong against any possible plan they have right now. And Counterflux was real good. Desolate Lighthouse seems really good here. It's possible we want some type of answer for that, but okay, so we got a Mentor. I don't think Mentor is particularly great to jam here. They have all the mana in the world. I think we actually might have to jam it, though, unfortunately. I wanted a white source, but I think I want more blue than white, so I am just going to stick with the Hollow Fountain and actually shock myself. So I can Mentor and Remand. I think we want to wait a little bit longer, though. I think we want to still build up our resources. We'll have to make an action soon, because that Desolate Lighthouse eventually is going to just draw them into everything they need. If this is actually a Through the Breach, I am just going to Cryptic it, though. We're going to counter draw. We also have like Remand up in case I do have something else. So that'll be 2 Through the Breaches down. Okay, yeah. Mountain's great. That's awesome. That makes it a little easier for us to drop a Mentor, have like double Remand and Bolt up, stuff like that. Another Through the Breach. Okay. So they just have it all. That's getting a little frustrating. We're drawing a lot of land, which is not great. They probably have a Remand too, which means we are likely just dead here. If they have Emrakul, we are just dead. Yeah, I mean, we're dead. Alright, so, I mean, our opponent had all the right hate when they needed it. Not much we can do about that. We're going to go to our next league. It's possible this deck main board should have just been a control deck with the Monastery Mentor as a really quick finisher with everything you're doing. I feel like post board I like the control design better than I like the just all-out combo design main board. I think if I wanted to stick with the combo design, it could have been better. Just as like I had the 2 versions I brewed up. One was red white, which was like basically Sun and Moon, and a Mentor was your kill condition instead of something like Myth Realized or Nahiri with Emrakul. So I think it might have been correct to go with that if we want to do this. But for Patriot, I think we should have been on control in the main board. This hand is a lot of land. Pretty miserable. I don't think I can keep this. Depending on what deck we're up against, like we have enough land to like Helix and Snap Helix something later. Hopefully we draw things in the meantime. If we don't draw things in the meantime, we're just dead. So I'm gonna mulligan as much as I don't particularly want to. So this hand is worse. So I'm actually just gonna keep this because I can't picture a better 5. Maybe there is a better 5. I don't know. I feel like the moment I mill the 5, I'm probably gonna have like 1 land if not. So yeah, it's possible I should have just kept that first hand. We can even get to the deck like Death and Taxes, like Helix and then Snap Helix on turn 4 is actually probably fine. Especially if we got like a couple fetch lands to hopefully ensure we don't draw more land. But this with like a Scry, I'm fine with. The Scry's another land I can put at the bottom. I can turn 1, play fetch land, play Mishra's Marvel, target ourselves. If it's another land, just fetch, then take a draw step. I'll draw on their upkeep. So, yeah, it's a land. Sweet. Yeah, so I'm gonna lead on just defense, and I'm gonna save the Mistress Bauble and fetch land for turn 2 if it's really getting that bad. This is Nassif. That's the pro, Gabrielle Nassif. That's not great to hear. Or is that who you are tuning in? But thanks for coming by, Frexinalter. I appreciate that. Okay, so another land, so that sucks. Alright. Mistress Bauble cast. So we're gonna see what we got on top. I do not want to draw another land if I can help it. We got Steam Vents on top? Yeah, I'm gonna fetch. Because screw drawing a Steam Vents. I will get. Hey, look. I was gonna get a blue source. And we're gonna hope that we can actually draw some cards. Come on, not a land. Yay, Lightning Bolt. We're almost there. Glacial Fortress. This is like Jeskai Geist or something. Bob the Dog is this. This is Dave. Which Dave? Is this the same Dave as Argy Duty? Because that'd be pretty impressive if you have 2 Twitch names. So my opponent is Nassif. Oh, that's lovely. My opponent's probably gonna play much better than I am. So if anyone notices I get outplayed during this match, don't be surprised because that's the thing. I have to assume my opponent's just confused on what just happened. Like we've shown roughly Patriot cards, and then we show Mistress Bauble as well. So as far as the mana base goes, we show Patriot or we show Storm. I'm sure Mistress Bauble's probably got my opponent confused, thinking things through. So Field of Ruin, that card's pretty sweet. Remind fix non-basics with basics. Is everyone on Spreading Seas now? Okay, so that's going to be an island. That's fine. We have another red source in hand. Okay, sure. We don't have anything we can do about it, so we'll take it. Ah, Dave Patalis. How's it going, buddy? Yeah. Well, I don't want to expose all my red sources, so I'm going to put this Howl Fountain into play tapped. That will just pass. We'll hold Mana Leak up. I'm assuming the Spreading Seas, Glacial Fortress, Children. I have no idea what my opponent's playing, honestly. I'm not familiar enough with Modern to be sure. Could just be like blue-white control, I guess. No idea. Another Spreading Seas. That's just kind of obnoxious at this point. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna. God. I need my white source, so yeah, we're on a mentor deck. We need the white source. We're just gonna Mana Leak that. Unfortunately, I don't want to Mana Leak that, but blue-white control. Ah, fun. Good for them. Oh, that gut shot. That's awesome. All right, so let's play that tapped. Any blade control is running forward. Yeah. Is there a particular reason for main board Seas? Like against Tron, I guess. That's probably one of their worst matchups. Okay. Yeah. You have an end step. We have land. Enjoy all these lands we have, opponent. Eat my mana. What are you casting in a turn, huh? Can you cast something we can just remand? Yeah, no. Targeting my steam vents? What a jerk. Go to hell. Massacre is one of the only ways they can win with no burn. Yeah, that makes sense. It does help to have some reach, so. Alright, so we remanded a cryptic command, so then we know that that's in their hand. So we have to keep that in mind. Alright. We're getting to the point where, like, we have 10 damage in hand, so this will be sick if we can draw, I want to say, Mentor at some point. This is they're just going to get away with because we can't counter it. I'm just going to throw a bolt into his face. That's going to happen, unfortunately. Yeah, it does seem pretty effective against burn. I guess that comes down to the whole like mana screw, just is kind of a thing. Okay, yeah. So we still have Snap Remand if we need to, or Snap Mana Leak at the very least. So I'm gonna let that come into play tap, so we don't have to take the damage. I don't foresee if this is blue-white control that the damage is really gonna matter, but if he tries to cryptic me again, I'm gonna be like super annoyed. This is probably like a snap cryptic end of turn, so I'm gonna just snap Mana Leak the cryptic. Or I guess snap remand the cryptic because it won't go back to their hand and we'll draw a card, which we kind of want to do. So by pretending to tap the land there, well, not pretending to tap the land, by accidentally tapping the land, okay. Yeah. So say by accidentally tapping the land, I wonder if he knows I'm going to have like interaction, which means he might not use the cryptic command this turn, but I guess my opponent wasn't really scared of that. So we're going to remand because we really want to draw the card. We do not want to have our shock land bounced again, so you pretty much only play blue-white or blue-tron. Yeah, I can't stand the blue variants of Tron personally. Alright, yeah, another Spreading Seas. That's 3 now. That's really obnoxious. It's going to be a 4th Spreading Seas. Field of Ruin. Yeah, we can still go get a basic mountain, so that's not a big deal. This basic mountain gets Spreading Seas, and I'm really pissed, though. Okay. Crucible Worlds? Well, that's pretty... Yeah, okay. That's cute. So I'm just going to gut shot their Snapcaster Mage on a turn. Just get that off the board. Irrigated Farmland and Sea Vents, not great draws. Let's see. No, I'm not going to have a fun play attempt. So many think I have a basic plains and 2 more basic islands in here. So if they're going to try to Field and Ruin me out of the game, I can just start floating mana and searching and adding mana. So just cycle away this irrigated farmland. So that's kind of the plan we're going to be on at the moment. I mean, I love Crucible World's like Field of Ruin type effects. That's just great. It's a lot of fun. So Wall of Moments is going to eat a path here. Search for Azcanta is a really good card, and I don't particularly want them to have it, but I don't particularly think we're going to be able to do much about it. So we're going to cycle this irrigated farmland into a turn. And draw another land. Sweet. And I got shot. Okay. Apparently we don't actually have other cards in this deck. Wall of Omens. Yeah, so I kind of want that Wall of Omens out of here. I'm going to fetch a Hollow Fountain and try to path it. Yes. Probably has 4 cards in hand. I have no idea what those cards could be. There's a possibility there's like a Cryptic Command in there or something. Okay, so I won't let that happen, assuming they don't mind having the additional land, which makes sense. We're going to try to attack, see if we end up getting hit back on the path or something. It'd be hilarious if the Cryptic Command bounced by Snapcaster Mage. It's going to be fine with that. Alright, so we're getting to the point where we might end up being on the Bolt plan. Okay, this only hits target non-basics? Okay. We're going to get a Plains to ensure we have white mana. Okay. Search for Azcanta is a really good card. We're probably not going to win this one because they have that card, honestly. Cards are real good. My opponent chose not to flip it. Okay. Yeah, Trials. Emblem. Alright, so we're gonna have to kill that. My opponent just does like an emblem. We're just gonna kill the Gideon. At least try to with a bolt. Okay, so they ticked up Gideon. Okay. I think we just kill Gideon here, though. Yeah, we have to target them and redirect. That's right. Yes, I want to. Yes. Target them. Red. They don't target the gut shot. We're going to kill this Gideon off. Alright. Now we have Mana Leak up. Snapcaster's still not dealing damage, so we're just going to hold it back in case we need a blocker. Could just be land since they want to play field out of the graveyard. Yeah, I mean, but Search for Azcanta also digs like super deep when you flip it. If that's what you're referring to, my comment on that. Search for Azcanta just digging 4 cards deep when you're in a control mirror is insane. So I don't think you ever don't flip this card with a chance. And you can still play a land for turn. It's not like you can't play a land that turn. Another Search for Azcanta. Yeah, so I can filter their draws and dig deep. This is sweet. We're gonna win this one for sure. Love to draw a Mentor here. Supreme Verdict we can't counter anyway, so I'm not going to try. Yeah, I'm just going to bolt my opponent in a turn. Watch, we're going to finally... No, that's not a Mentor. Okay. I was going to say, watch, we're going to finally draw a Monastery Mentor. That we've used like most of the spells in our hand, and we have tons of mana. My opponent digs at the end of the turn, I'm going to Helix them. As long as he's like tapped pretty low, like I'm going to want to try and get a damage where my opponent's options for cards they can possibly draw and cast are limited. Oh, it could just be lands in their hand. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that's even all the more reason to flip this card, though, because this card just means spells in your hand, so kind of weird. I don't remember what that first card my opponent did anything with off that was. I wonder if it was the... Oh, it was. Maybe Misty Rainforest or something. Yep. What are you revealing? Getting the Trials again. That's just getting to be obnoxious. So I got too much mana for Mana Leak to matter. Okay, that's cool. I mean, I'm fine with Mana Leaking anyway. Make them pay the 3 mana. What was that? Oh, I just paid 3 mana. Okay. So like now my opponent's limited down to 3 land, which I guess is not great, but at this point we're definitely falling behind. We don't have Search for Azcanta. That Gideon now becomes a problem. Try to think what we can draw here. We need our draw to be pretty good though. Mishra's Bauble, sweet. We're gonna win this one for sure. Yeah, let's see what we got here on top. Depending on what we have on top, I might just scoop, honestly. Islands on top. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna scoop. We're not gonna win this game with the way it's going. I'm gonna save some time, just go to post-board games where we have a lot better of a chance. So I'm good with Cryptic Command. Vanilla Click seems fine. Dispels seem amazing. Relic of Progenitus seems fine here. Celestial Purge doesn't seem great. Disdainful Stroke. It can counter like a Cryptic, but I don't think that's necessary enough. Negate seems fine. I'm going to drop Mishra's Baubles. Path to Exile, I guess, if Gideon becomes animated, can be useful. I'm going to get rid of Gut Shots. What else do we want to get rid of? I didn't see... Did I see removal for my opponent? I don't think I did. Most of it was Counter Magic and then like a Supreme Verdict, so Apostle's Blessing's probably not going to be great here. Let's see. Remands are fine, I think. So it's either Helixes or Bolts we're cutting. I think we're cutting Helixes and calling it a day on that. So we're just getting a little more of a control-heavy deck. The Relic of Progenitus can help keep Search for Azcanta under control. You can also nerf their Snapcaster Mages and stuff. So we're going to try this. I don't know if it's particularly good. It's possible. I think Engineering Explosives is probably good. So I'm going to actually bring that in real quick. Because like on 3 it hits... it can hit Crucible, it can hit Gideon, all that. So I think we want that. I don't think we want the Wear Tear just for Crucible Worlds. There's a possibility they have like Leyline, but I don't think it's going to be really necessary to have. I will trim a Bolt though. I want some reach, but I don't think I need a ton of reach. So how's everyone doing tonight? I hope everyone's weekend's been going smooth. So my opponent's obviously confused, taking a little time to figure out how to board against me. My opponent clearly just thinks I'm a really bad Jeskai control deck. Sorry, I played a lot of Magic yesterday. Are you at GP Atlanta or? And thanks for stopping by again, Evil Mailman. Wear for Search is possibly okay. Yeah, I guess I could see that. My opponent's still boarding as well, so we have time. I'm actually just gonna trim. Oh no, crap. Oh well. Yeah, I'll play first. We don't have the Wear. If we go to another game, we'll have the Wear. I mean, this hand's probably okay. Temporal Trespass, I'm actually super excited to try out. We have Remand, Thought Scour, so we have some interaction stuff. Watched Alex Lloyd crush the GP. I didn't actually watch any coverage for the GP, so I'm not really sure. So my opponent mulled 6. You tried Standard? How was that? How was Standard? Was it good? Tombstone, thanks for following me on Twitch, by the way. Appreciate the follow. Okay, yeah, we're going to start with Sculling Tarn, and we're going to try to not forget to just, actually use it on my opponent's end step if we don't need to do anything turn 1. Okay, so my opponent does have Celestial Colonnade, so Path might actually be necessary. I need another red source, I think. That has to also be blue, so we're going to do that. Sacred Foundry, we're going to play untapped. We're going to pass. If they don't do anything on their turn, end of turn, we're just going to cycle this Irrigated Farmland, I think. Might be correct to just play it, just to have the extra mana. I think I'm just going to Thought Scour myself, actually. Actually fine with not having that. Okay, yeah. I think I want this land, honestly. So I'm just going to play this. I don't particularly want to have this in play, but it's fine. You played Pascal's GPG deck. What is GPG? I don't know anything about Standard, so you'd have to talk to me like I'm someone that... Oh, we kept Paths then. Okay, good. Yeah, sure, I'll keep another opt, whatever. Oh yeah, we kept Paths because it answers a Gideon. That's right. And Gideon goes on the offensive, of course. GPG. I don't know what GPG is. Yeah, I don't follow Standard at all, so you have to be more specific if you're talking about archetypes and things of that nature. Are we about to get Field of Ruined? So not gonna lie, that card's actually getting really aggravating. I'm gonna float a blue. I'm just gonna cast an op now. I don't want to particularly take a chance my opponent just like... Okay, that's gonna stay on top. The reach is good. I'm just gonna get an island so we have a couple blue mana up. We now have like Mana Leak Remand up if we need it. Oh God, Pharaoh's Gift. Okay, yes. I heard about that deck and it sounds pretty sweet. Is it like you try to mill it over and then you return to play with what's that card? Fabricate, is it? I don't know. All I know is that I was told that I would love that deck because it reminds people of... What deck was I playing that reminded people of? I don't remember. Some deck I messed around with. Refurbish. Oh yeah, because I had Replenish. So because I play Replenish and whatnot, people are like, "Oh, you'd love this deck, Aaron, because it reminds us of that." So my opponent's obviously going to try and counter this. They want access to their graveyard. It's going to be a Cryptic most likely, which I'm likely is going to remand. It's possible Mana Leak probably would have been correct there, but I think remand's fine. I want to draw the card. Yeah, we got more remands. Cool. That's cool. Alright, so that's one less Field of Ruin they have access to. Yeah, so when I used to actually actively play Standard, like originally it was back when so I started right as Odyssey started coming into Standard, and then when I got back to Standard was when Innistrad was legal because I was playing Liliana the Veil in Legacy, so Liliana on Standard was actually like really appealing to me. I played against Chess Guy, Combat Celebrant. Combat Celebrant. So what do you do there? Like Godfarer's Gift, one to play, untap, attack. Not sure how exactly that works. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to mess around with this Cryptic Command all day, so I'm going to actually Mana Leak this one. And just call that a day. And I'm definitely going to exile it from their graveyard. I don't want them to possibly be able to like snap Cryptic at the end of the turn if I try to do it end of turn. So I have 5 Cryptic Command Gifts going away. Search for Azcanta. So this is where I kind of wish I still had another remand. Or I had that Mana Leak. So maybe I should have just remanded that last one. If we remand it and they don't just counter our remand, we draw another card. They're going to resolve it, but they're going to have to recast it, which means they're going to have no mana to do anything with us. We just draw like a Mentor here. We'll be okay. I guess Supreme Verdict is a little unfortunate. They do need... Oh, there's the second white source. So I found their second white source. Supreme Verdict's really good against our Mentor plan. Yeah, I mean... I like to draw cards with irrigated farmland, but we need the land, unfortunately. So now we're not finding any land, which is very sad. I'm fine with that now. Each new combat Celebrant brought back a new Celebrant or clone guy. So it brings back a copy each turn without exiling it. Is that what I'm getting? Is that how Godfarer's Gift works? Oh, I guess even if you just get 2 combats a turn, that's still pretty good. I should really start peeking in on Standard again because I am kind of curious. I've been slowly getting more and more curious about Standard these days. It's really starting to scare me. Should have remanded my own relic back to my hand and brick his Cryptic. Yeah, that's possible. I mean, I don't want that Gideon to resolve, so no. That's going to get countered. Thank you very much, opponent, for the offer. Okay. Yeah, if I remanding my own relic, I think that probably feels worse than I'd like it to feel. So I don't know if I can particularly do that. We are going to keep this Gideon out of his graveyard, though. Not that matters. Yeah, I think at first I should have just Mana Leaked this Cryptic Command right off the bat. And it's unfortunate if I remanded like you are saying right now. I could have countered his Search for Tomorrow. So that's actually a good point. I like your thinking. Who is this? Ross the Hannon? Thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, I always forget like you can remand your own stuff to like fizzle their counter magic and whatnot. It's always like kind of corner case, but it's definitely relevant. I don't really want to draw a Thought Scour. Okay, Path is fine. I have 2 paths now. They have 2 colonnades, so that's nice. Mentor is pretty fun. I don't think I can actually support a Mentor at the moment, unfortunately, so I can't just cast it. But we're going to get that online next turn. Hopefully we draw another land. Now that we want lands, we're not drawing them, unfortunately. But our hand's pretty well packed to fight a lot of things. I'm hoping they start animating their Celestial Colonnades here. Like maybe we can draw like a Wear Tear for this Search for Azcanta. Actually, now I think Wear Tear is not even in the deck because I didn't get that in time. We're just gonna bolt end a turn. We're gonna see if we can make our opponent make some type of move. Okay, Flood Strand, that's good. More land is always good. I'm gonna wait one more turn. We'll play the Mentor next turn probably. My opponent has not been just dumping cards in the graveyard with Search, so that means it likely won't be able to flip ever. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm fine with that. I can't do much about it anyway, so. Spring Seas is proving to be very annoying. Okay, set a turn. Exile is 7 Visions. Gonna fetch. I'm gonna get a hollow fountain. So we're gonna want, clearly we want as many white sources as possible. And seeing my opponent running stuff like Supreme Verdict, I am kind of wishing we had some number of Spell Queller. Alright, so we got a lot of mana here. I don't know if we can actually pick a fight, though. My opponent having 5 cards in hand makes me a little concerned to pick like a fight to cast a Mentor. But we're going to try it out. So we're not going to need red mana for anything. So we're going to cast this Mentor. Hopefully our opponent just has like Cryptic nothing. We can just like dispel the Cryptic. That'd be great. I think if we get away with that, that'd be extra specially awesome. But we'll see what happens here. Opponent has like Remand or Mana Leak. Mana Leak's not bad, but Remand sucks. Yeah, dispel. That's unfortunate. If I really want to try and push this through, I can crack my Relic, see what we draw. But I have so many cards in my graveyard and Temporal Trespass in hand. So I think I might just want to just accept the fact that I lost this counter war. I don't know if we're going to get anywhere if we don't, though. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to let that happen, unfortunately. Okay, yeah, we got a Mentor. We still have 2 more Mentors. Still have plenty of ways to go, so. I mean, luckily we're keeping it to the point where my opponent actually has to run with just the cards in their hand and can't use the cards in their graveyard so much. Gideon, Ellie of Zendikar. Okay, that's going to be tough to beat. We definitely need some pressure on board to beat that card. I need them to like be stupid enough to animate it. They're not going to be. I'm trying to think if we have anything in here that can just beat a Gideon. I guess this could like end a turn, fly over, start punching face, but I don't know if that's particularly exactly where I want to be. Like if I can end a turn, like force a click into play, out of like my turn Temporal Trespass, I can easily just kill that Gideon. See what happens. Alright, so I discard Supreme Verdict, which means my opponent either has more in hand, because I don't figure my opponent getting rid of Supreme Verdict if they don't have one in hand, now seeing we have Mentor. So I'm going to have to assume that they do. Yeah, we are just going to take that 3. Okay. So end of turn, we're going to try and jam this Vendilion Clique here. They have more counter magic, obviously we can't really do much about it. If they try to like snap Cryptic or something, I was gonna crack this Relic. What is this? That's a lot of mana. What was my opponent tapping for? Sphinx's Revelation. Okay, that's a lot of life and a lot of cards. I don't know what my opponent's drawing to, though. Okay. Click, target you. Hopefully my opponent did not draw into Path, but I think that's pretty much what they're going for at this point. Yeah, it's a Path. Okay. I got a Path. Yeah, I'll use the ability. Let's draw some cards, I guess. Just get some cards in play. Got a Plains into play. We still get to peek at our opponent's hand at least and possibly take something, so that's nice. They have a Detention Sphere, they have another Gideon, they have another Cryptic. I think I'm fine bottoming Cryptic, but I kind of want to bottom the Gideon because I don't want them to get Team Gideon out there. I think that might actually just kill me. Yeah, so we got another Relic, so crack this first Relic. Now they have enough to like, they're getting to the point where they're going to have enough to flip their search. And I found another land because I'm really good at that, so yeah, we have that land. We have Temporal Trespass in hand still, which is awesome. So we're going to fetch, start filling our graveyard back up again. And at this point, we're going to have to... I don't think we can start pathing tokens, but we might actually have to do that. Oh, man. Yeah. Tokens are starting to get a little bit out of control. Taking 4 this turn, going to 9. I think we're just going to lose this one. Deck just didn't draw. We just didn't draw really enough early. And now we're drawing a lot of lands. It's unfortunate, but it happens. Okay, Snapcaster Mage is pretty bad here. So, yeah. So I guess A-line is like path whatever tokens open. Get Snapcaster Mage, punch Gideon, Temple Trespass hopefully, and punch Gideon again. That seems miserable, but I think that's actually the line. If we can even resolve a Snapcaster Mage. How many Cryptics have we gotten rid of? 2 Cryptics that they got rid of. We downed a Gideon, so they have a Cryptic in hand, so actually we want to be able to do that. I mean, we're just pretty much going to die if we don't do something now. Hope for Mentor while they're tapped out. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, so I mean, I have to try and path this token. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I can dig out of this situation. Like, even Search not being flipped, like, just filtering is real good. I don't even think I traded the token yet. I think I actually have to attack Gideon. It's real awkward. Yeah, I think I have to trade, actually. I don't think I'm going to particularly beat a Gideon, but I don't think I can keep taking this much damage from tokens, so... Probably should just pass one of the attacking ones. Alright. Draw a Mentor? We can draw a Mentor, but unfortunately, they have Cryptic in hand still. I just have to crack the relic and hope I can draw something like a Dispel. Melee's not going to do it, so it has to be Dispel or Negate. Okay, Negate could be enough to get there. We'll see what happens, I guess. Should not have tapped the white mana, probably, so I had more mana for like paths and stuff. So, I'll have to hold this up for path. I am going to negate that. Again, there's decent potential my opponent has like Supreme Verdict in hand, something like that. And at this point, they're at the point where like Celestial Colonnade's possibly just more than enough to just kill us. So we got a Mentor in play, which is pretty cool. Let's see here. For some reason, my display likes to shut off when I stream. It's awesome. Luckily, I can use my side screen over here. So I'm going to path one of these tokens now. Just get some triggers. I want to at least go a little bit wide here. Tapping the extra white mana was definitely bad. It's possible I should just path on their turn. I don't think that our deck is particularly tuned very well to beat this deck. It's also possible rather than path, just cast like a temporal there if we had the cards in graveyard. I don't know if we know really what's in my opponent's hand at this point. I wish like any effect that let you look at your opponent's hand would just show you what was in their hand though. Alright, so my opponent dumped a Celestial Colonnade. So I think 5 is one Colonnade, 5 is another Colonnade. So yeah, they can just double Colonnade here and kill us. Or just, animate Gideon now that we don't have white mana up. That works too. Yeah, we're super dead. They're going to animate Colonnade at least once. Okay, you have riches. You have everything. I have nothing. Thank you. Good job. Very proud of you, pro player. Yeah, we lost that one. Not really surprised. Not fighting a Mentor for that long was really hurting. Unfortunate. Let's see. So I think the play there was not snap and Path Exile. I think the play there was just draw until we find a mentor and then get everything out. Or it's like Path, snap Path on 2 of those tokens that were attacking me, snap blocks 1, so we wipe their board essentially. They'd be left with like 1 token. Then next turn we could have like resolved a mentor and haul up some white mana to start pathing some of their guys. I think that was the correct play there, but oh well. This is a deck I've never played before, so we're going to learn, and that's what we're going to do. Like I said, I think some number of the cards in this deck should become stuff like Siren Visions, Faithless Looting, whatnot. I definitely think going back down to 22. So the original deck list I posted was like 22 lands. I think 22 lands was actually correct. Like, variance generally is pretty rough on me when it comes to lands. I generally tend to flood out or just get screwed. So that could definitely be part of it. So we are 0-2. We got to win 3 in a row if we want to win out. And we have 2 redraws here with 3 lands, so I'm just going to keep this. Yeah, Lightning Helix is a start. If I'm playing against a creature deck, that's being pretty good. So end of their time, we're going to fetch for a shock, usual. Breeding Pool, so possibly Coco. Maybe Infect randomly. Like, this could just be a Blighted Agent they just jam here. Assuming Coco, but Infect does run the Basic Forest. Jace Vryn's Prodigy. Okay. So I'm not really sure what this deck is. I'm still assuming Coco just because not sure what else Jace Vryn's Prodigy fits in. But if anyone has any better ideas, let me know, because I'm very intrigued on what my opponent's playing. Nope, not paying 2 life. I will play this and pay 2 life, though. Yes. Yep. Not sure if my opponent might have something sneaky to do, so I want to hold up Spell Pierce, and then I can use Lightning Helix if I have to. JVP is an Infect now? Oh my god. That deck's just getting greedy is basically what that comes down to. Okay, you have a Booster Elf. Cool. I'm just going to try Lightning Helix to Booster Elf now. I can waste a Pump Spell on it. I have another Helix. Next turn I like Helix plus Spell Pierce if they want to try to do a Pump Spell again. If it's a remand, I'm really fine with that. Okay, yeah, he had a Vines. That's cool. Okay, Steam Vents, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, we're going to play the 2. Obviously, life doesn't particularly matter here. White, red, let's eat it now. You have another Vines or Blossoming Defense. We're going to Spell Pierce that. Chance to activate Jace here. Yeah, no. Yeah, mana to pay for Spell Pierce? Don't think so. Cool. Go home, bro. Opponent's name is Death Knight. So my opponent looted a Jace Vryn's Prodigy. Obviously, only now 4 cards in their graveyard. That doesn't flip. I don't know. Before using Vines, I might have actually just activated Jace Vryn's Prodigy. My opponent responded to that. Then you have to dump something and possibly flip a Jace at the same time. Okay. Jace is going to flip now, so there's that. It's not particularly going to be great against Mentor going wide, but... Ugh. I have a pretty good feeling if we just like resolve a Mentor and start like casting spells, we'll be pretty good. Blighted Agent makes me think a lot different. I can top deck a Snapcaster Mage. We still need an untap land to snap something. So I'm kind of hoping for a Lightning Bolt off the top. We can't block that. They are down to 2 cards. They do have Jace to flash back cards, however. So I think I just have to play this and say go. If they try to kill us, we'll just like, if they try to flash something back with Jace, we just remand it. If they try to cast something from hand, we probably just mana leak it, especially if it's like Become Events. Obviously, we don't just want to take that. If they don't particularly do anything, we can cycle our cycle land in a turn. Hopefully draw something a little more relevant than what we have in hand currently. Noble Hierarch's fine. They have 2 cards in hand. So I mean, here we're just going to take 2. If they try to do something else, we'll respond to it. But it's 4. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Okay. 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 Try to cast something else, please. Okay, Jace is just ticking up. Alright, so cycle this. Mishra's Bauble. Okay. Mishra's Bauble again. Alright. I mean, I'm still not comfortable tapping out for a Mentor here, or essentially tapping out for a Mentor here, because obviously, with their Jace there, they can very easily get to 6 Infect, most likely. So I have to hold every mana and Mana Leak. The moment they try to like go all in to just kill us, though, we can definitely get them. I'll have to draw like a Lightning Bolt or something so I can pick a fight soon, but even one more land would make me more comfortable like tapping out for a Monastery Mentor and having like Remand or Mana Leak up, getting like a couple tokens and a couple redraws. At the moment, like we'd have to draw exactly Path or Lightning Bolt in order to get this Blighted Agent off the table, so. So their Jace could. What are they targeting? Vines of Basswood? Okay, that's fine. If they try to cast Vines, I'm going to remand it. Love to just be able to like Snapcaster Helix, but what's my opponent doing? Like my opponent's trying to play around things they don't know exist. I mean, as of right now, my opponent could just have like Patriot Control. Waiting for my opponent to do something. Yay! We have to respond. I don't want to tap both of those because if I draw some way to cast a Lightning Helix, Path, or Lightning Bolt, I would like to just be able to do that. I drew an island, of course, the usual. Doesn't surprise me. Alright. So they're coming in for 2. We are definitely going to take 2 here. If they try to do something else, we're not going to take that, but see what happens. Are they having other effects before damage? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we have another land though, so I'm actually a little more comfortable trying to tab out for a Mentor. So I want to be able to keep up at least 1 red, so these Mishra Bubbles can draw us into either Path or a Bolt. So I'm going to play Mentor. I'm going to cast both Bubbles here. Okay. Okay. I should definitely click to yield on those because I don't want to have to yield every time. Put that on top. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to yield to that. Always yield. There we go. Well, less clicking, which is nice. And before the end of the turn, I'm gonna do 1, target them, see what they got on top, and I'm gonna do 1, target me, see what I got on top, just for more information. So they have an Inkmoth Nexus on top, which could be a little trickier for me to handle. I have a Gut Shot on top, which will answer Blighted Agent just fine. So on their upkeep, I'm gonna put a stop. I don't want to have to wait until Exalted hits, but Gut Shot's actually pretty sweet to draw. And I can Gut Shot without actually having to pay life, which is nice. Without having to actually pay mana, which is nice. Vines of Basswood kicked. There's a potential my opponent has something else in hand, but if they have something else in hand, like I'm probably just dead anyway, so I don't think it's relevant. So I'm just actually going to mana leak the Vines of Aspwood kicked. They can't pay for the mana leak. So depending on what they have in hand. Okay, so they have another Vines of Aspwood to get kicked. So we are just dead. So that was unfortunate. This is why you always pick a fight later. I mean, in all fairness, like the one gut shot we had, like we had to pick a fight on before they drew a card. So we can't block. Their Blight Agent's like way too big for us to do anything else. So we are dead. I can't picture another card we could possibly draw that would save us. Like another gut shot obviously doesn't do it. That's gonna not resolve. Draw land? No, it's another mentor. Crap. Okay, so that was close, but so we want Engineer Explosives, I think. Engineer Explosives on 2 for Blight Agent, 1 for Noble Hierarch, and Glistener Elf. Seems real good. Dispel's really good against other pump. Not really a fan of Negate. Staticaster is actually like, they basically can't beat that card. Gut Shots I'm fine with keeping because being able to like turn 1, even on the player draw, I'm actually cool with. Man, I want to cut lands so bad. I'm gonna cut an island. I really don't think I need 23 land. That's going to be something that has to be fixed. Temporal Trespass, I don't think is a particularly good idea. Apostle's Blessing could be useful, but I'm not really hot on that. And then, what else do we want to cut? I think we just cut like a Helix. But like the life doesn't particularly matter. I don't know if we cut any removal though. I think we just cut like a Thought Scour we're going to go with. I'd keep the Thought Scour if we still have the Temporal Trespass. We're going to drop that. The card could end the card could end up resulting in like we have a ton of stuff in our graveyard. We get a Mentor in play. We cast 2 or 3 spells into a Trespass, and then like just get them. But I think that's not really. This is probably more cute than anything. Wear Terror can hit a. Yeah, Apostle's Blessing just protects like our creatures, which I don't think is really that relevant. Like they may have Dismember post board, but we have plenty of interaction for Dismember anyway, so that's not really where I want to be fighting. Target artifact or creature. It's target artifact or creature you control, so you can't use it to counter pump spells, unfortunately. Apostle's Blessing has to target something you control. Yeah. This hand's actually, I'm pretty excited about this hand. I'm going to start with a Hollow Fountain tapped, just like go. Starting next turn, we'll hold up stuff like Opt and Thought Scour. Probably bound to cast Opt at the end of their turn and then try and get like Mentor in play as soon as we hit 4 mana. They just made a shocking play. They played a shock land and took the 2 life. Yeah, I went there. Alright. I'm going to fetch for untapped Steamboats. A Life Tool is not going to be really relevant here. And if they try to tap out for something like a Blighted Agent or whatever, I'm just going to Opt in response and see if we can get like a Bolt or something. If not, end of turn, I'm probably going to Opt and Thought Scour. Probably Thought Scour myself, then Opt. Thought Scour will probably hit 2 non-lands. Opt will probably find a land, though. We'll like scry land to the bottom and draw me a land, as is our usual luck. It might even just be correct to like end of turn, cycle Irrigate farmland. Glistener Elf. Yep. You have a Glistener Elf. And 2 mana. That's kind of cute. Yeah, so I'm going to cycle this Irrigated Farmland. Just get an actual card draw. Just 1 quick cycle. Another land is pretty good. Mishra's Bubble's nice. Glistener Elf can be blocked. So I'm actually going to go ahead and... We're actually just going to get this Mentor into play. Our opponent just has like a Remand or something. We're just like dead here, but... Okay. Let's get a token. We're going to block with that token. Next turn we have plenty of spells and mana to really make a bunch of tokens, get some prowess going, and start dealing some damage. Let's see what we got on top. An island's on top. Thank God. I thought it was going to be a spell. Oh, I'm too good at drawing lands. It's awesome. Yeah. And yield to that crap. Draw this stupid island. Alright, so we have a blocker. They need like a Rancor or something to actually... Maverick boy, you are not a girl. I'm so confused. So my opponent casts another Noble Hierarch. They have Pendelhaven, so they have a pretty good blocker here. And again, our opponent needs like a Rancor to get past our single token. And we have like cantrips and stuff to cast. Yeah, never mind. Distortion Strike will get their creature past my token, so... And they have Distortion Strike coming back, too. Alright. Let's hope they don't have Groundswell. So 4 or 5. I guess Groundswell is only +4/+4 anyway. It's past our main phase, so my Will Crows is not particularly relevant. We will need to counter that Distortion Strike on the way back. Alright, draw step was not very impressive, but start with an opt. Yep, these triggers on the stack. Always yield. Always yield. Always yield. Snapcaster Mage is on top. I don't think I want that because I really need to just remove that. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're going to try to remove that now. We have Spell Pierce, so they try to protect it. They only have 1 mana up, so we will not die to Infect next turn, more than likely. And we haven't particularly taken any damage, so we're not likely to just die to actual combat damage, so we're fine with that. So opponent probably has a Bites of Basswood or a Blasphemy Defense, which is going to get Spell Pierced. We're going to have a big attack coming here, too. Okay, so that goes away. I'm fine with not doing anything further. I'm fine with just attacking here, not doing anything further, so we can push some damage. They're going to probably block the Monastery Mentor, which means they take 4, they go to 11. Next turn, we still have cantrip, so next turn we can still like punch in for those last few points of damage. 1 cantrip would not be enough to kill them, so... Alright, see what they do. So they're going to rebound. Target a Noble Hierarch, most likely. Oh, that makes it a 1/1. That means I can pump it with Pendelhaven. That's kind of cute. We don't need that upkeep stop on any longer. Grafdigger's Cage, we do not care about. We will not need that to kill my opponent, fortunately. My opponent's not attacking at all because I need the blockers back. I mean, my opponent's dead regardless at this point. Yeah, I mean, my opponent's like super dead now. So we're just going to gut shot one of these. Yeah, we'll just use our life total. They're just dead at this point, so... Like, they have 1 blocker, and we're going to get at least 3 things through, and everything's X2 right now, so they're just dead. We have a couple cantrips if anything else should go wrong, so... Yeah. Well, let's just go kill them. We're not interested in really rubbing it in, we just want to get our opponent dead. So there's that. If they fetch like a Dryad Arbor as another blocker or whatever, I have Opt and Thought Scour, so I'm just going to cantrip a couple more times and kill them. So I think we're a little bit more designed post-board to beat them up. They brought in Cage, which is kind of worth noting. Like, Wear Tear might be okay. We do only run the 2 Snapcaster Mages, so I'm not entirely sure that we even really care. We also still have like Engineer Explosives to wipe out like a Cage, Blister Elf, Noble Hierarch, etc. So I don't think we're too worried about that. We're probably just going to let it be for now. I'm kind of curious if we are going to go up against something like a... what's that card? Heroic Intervention, I think. It gives your permanents indestructible and hexproof. That could be a big blowout if we try to just like engineer explosive their board. I mean, if I draw one more land, like this hand's just insane against this deck. I can bolt their first horn creature. I can melee their second spell, and then I can like snap bolt something. So I'm gonna keep this hand. I would like to draw another land. With the way I've been drawing, though, a third land is not likely. So we're gonna try it out. Love to draw like a white source of some sort and whatnot. So my opponent mulliganed at least a 6. Looks like they kept their hand though. So what they do with the scry? They kept the scry on top, so good sign for them, bad sign for us. I can top deck a gut shot here. I'm probably just gonna play Steam Vents untapped and then gut shot this. Search for Askance is definitely likely to fit in the deck. It would definitely give the deck some like later in the game control over what's going on. So I don't know. Try to fit a search in here. It seems like if we went for the more control oriented version of this deck, I think a search for Askance would be really good. Alright, so they're just going on Noble Hierarch beats. If they try to pump it here, I will bolt it in response, but I'm fine with taking 1 here. They tap for like a Blighted Agent post combat. I'd rather be able to bolt that. Okay, so they didn't. So yeah, another land, which is good, which means we have Snapcaster Mage, and we can like bolt and then snap bolt. We can also mana leak at this point, keeping their cards off the table in the first place. So this actually seems fine. If they don't play another creature again here, I'm probably just going to bolt this Noble Hierarch end of turn. Okay, yeah, so they played another creature. I let them get away with it for some reason. I hit OK when I meant to click no. Alright, so we're going to try and bolt it here. We have another bolt, and we have snap bolt next turn if we have to. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm just fine with. I'm just going to bolt this Noble Hierarch instead. And we'll snap bolt the Glister Elf next turn. This will keep them off mana for our turn as well. I'm assuming it looks like they're going to cast something again, though. They're waiting to pay costs. I don't know what they're trying to play. But yeah, Search for Azcanta would definitely be if we made this like maybe just blue-white control, having like 2 or 3 mentors. If we made it just like blue-white control and then like kind of went from there, like Search for Azcanta and whatnot, that could possibly be good. All right, so we just lost both bolts for no reason. So that might have been a little greedy. It would have been nice if I didn't just click through and actually mana leak their Gristler Elf, but alright. We still have Snap Bolt on our turn, which we knew we were probably going to have to do. But that's like 2 more pump spells out of their hands, so. Alright, so we're Snap Bolting this Glister Elf. Target Bolt. Okay. We're going to bolt this Glister Elf. Where is your Grafdigger's Cage now, opponent? Huh, opponent? Where is it now? That was really annoying. Double defensive spells. Cody's banned from this room. Thank you for banning that person. That was really odd. Alright, my opponent is thinking. I wonder if they'll attack into my Snapcaster Mage and then pump just to like kill it. That'd be interesting. Distortion Strike. Okay, so now they're going on this plan. Punch for 2. That's the real deal. I guess you gotta get the damage through you can, right? Yeah. So now we can hold up double Mana Leak, Orb Mana Leak, and Cycle. I'm probably gonna end up we don't have to Mana Leak anything. I'm gonna probably fetch a Hallowed Fountain tapped and cycle this away. Yeah, I mean I don't care if you have a Distortion Strike on your Noble Hierarch. It's not gonna be relevant, probably. Hopefully. This has to fetch a Hallowed Fountain regardless. So if I have to take 2 off it, I will. Yep. You attack me through 2 too. I know that's not where you want to be, but that's where you are. Life is weird that way. Very unfortunate. Cycle that. Opponent, I have to assume, is likely sitting on some number of just permission or pump spells, like waiting on the wait on me to do like something like a Helix or whatever. Yeah. It's got this gut shot here. Kind of tempted to just use it on the Nova Hard because I don't have anything going. I'd like to save my mana for like double Mana Leak or Mana Leak and Lightning Helix. So I'm going to actually do that. You got nothing else going on. What you going to do? You going to save it? No? Okay. That's fine. Alright. Start the slow beats with the Snapcaster Mage. Alrighty. Alright, what you got, opponent? You got something here? You got 2 mana to play, I know that. You have a Listener Elf in your graveyard, most likely, at this point. Yep, you got a Glistener Elf in your graveyard. That's awesome. Alright, we're just going to keep on the beatdown. I'm going to hold the Thought Scour in my hand just because if we do draw a Mentor, I want to get Mentor in play and have things to do post-Mentor to actually get the value from it. Yeah, I don't picture that my opponent can do much about what we have currently. Like, we have Removal Spell, we have double Mana Leak, so yeah, we have fine Mana Leak in that. At this point, I just want to keep them off the board. Because like most of their cards in hand are like pump spells and whatnot, most likely. If they don't have a creature on board, all their cards in their hand are just dead cards. Yeah, Hollow Fountain can come into play tapped. Don't need to take a chance that Noble Hargs can get there. Never know what kind of crazy stuff can happen in this crazy world we live in. It's a shame we're just punching with one Snapcaster Mage. It is possible we should be on like 4 Mentors, just to increase our chances of drawing them. The Opt I'll likely just fire off in a turn. End of their turn. Might be worth it just to fire up Thought Scour, honestly. I just hate the Thought Scour myself, and just mill a Mentor. That'd be really unfortunate. Like if we're running Thought Scours, I want like Cyber Visions too to set up Thought Scours. Like Cyber Visions, Scry 2. Oh, those are 2 junk cards I'm never going to want to draw. Let's just put them both on bottom. Let's just put them both on top so I can just Thought Scour them away is what I meant to say. I don't really want those in my deck to shuffle back to the top at some point. I'm going to opt here. See if we can't find a Mentor or something. Spell Pierce. Right now we're keeping them with creatures off the board, so I don't think Spell Pierce is all that relevant. I'm going to keep the second opt in hand again in case we draw a Mentor. We drew a land, it's the usual. It's getting to the point where we're probably going to want to Lightning Helix my opponent pretty soon. Deck needs Delver, Spellcrawler, and Search for Azcanta. Yeah, Spellcrawler I'm fairly sold on. Have you tried Young Peasy in this list? Young Peasy could definitely be an option to add to the list to increase the chances of having a creature that has like the prowess essentially ability. But I have not tried it yet. This is the first time I've actually really run this list. I've made some slight edits since I wrote my original article for the viewer that requested it. Yeah, I think this list clearly has shown that it needs more cantrips. It needs to be a little bit more control heavy. Some cards in it are cuter than others. So. I'm going to opt, hopefully find another Snapcaster Mage, because if I can find another Snapcaster Mage, I'm going to Helix, Snap Helix. That's going on bottom. Okay, that's a remand. Cool. Helix puts him at 5, Snap puts him at 3. I'm fine with that. I just want to close this game out. If I can draw like a Snapcaster Mage here, that'd be great. Path to Exile. Not a Snapcaster Mage. Bolt. Okay, we'll put him to 3. No. We have Removal Spell, we have Double Remand, so I think we pretty much have this game. It'd be nice if my opponent would help me out and just like become my Snapcaster Mage, but apparently they want to do it the slow way. Now I'm just going to Thought Scour my opponent. Mill a couple cards and draw a card, why not? So we milled an Apostle Blessing, drew a Plains, and drew an Island. Because we're really good at drawing lands in this deck. That's what this deck is supposed to do, actually. This is like lands, the modern version. I don't know if you're familiar with Legacy lands, but this is the modern version. Where you run 22 land and draw like 12 of them. Yeah, I mean, the deck's been sweet so far. I definitely think it needs to be either more cantrip heavy, where like it's 4 mentors, tons of cantrips, like 4 apostles blessing. It'd be like more of like a combo, like get the more combo-esque, like get the mentor to play, protect the crap out of it, and then just draw through the deck to just get all the tokens and grind out the value. Or it needs to be much more heavy control focus, where it still has like 3 mentor, but it but rather than have to be like very cantrip heavy and like gut shots and crap like that, it gets to be more like just have more cards like more remands, more mana leaks, stuff like a true control deck would have. So like it's just like 3 mentors is just like part of your like close out the game plan. And it could be correct to have some number of spell quellers. Okay, so we keep drawing lands off all of our cards, so this Path Exile is definitely getting countered by that stupid Vines. Love to have stopped drawing lands. Yep, your Noble Hierarch survives. But now they can't pump it at least, so when our Snapcaster dies, it just flat out, oh, we have Path Exile, that's cool. That'll do it. That'll do, Pig, that'll do. I don't think there's anything our opponent can do. Yeah, there we go. So we won. So now we're 1-2 in this league. So we lost against Blue Eye Control against, from what I'm told, it's, I think, Gabrielle Nassif, pro player, so that makes sense that we lose there. Where Possum was on Through the Breach, Blood Moon, or whatever. Blue Moon Through the Breach, or whatever. Yeah, we started flooding out in a couple of those games, so that was unfortunate. I mean, that's not like all that happened. Like, there's definitely one play that might have been a little bit sketchier, but yeah. Oh, Gabriel Nassif is a Hall of Famer. Okay, well that makes me feel even better about losing then. By the way, Peace Bomb, thanks for coming down to the stream. Probably could have remanded the path after the second Vine. Yeah, it's possible. Rather than just lose the path, so that way after that second Vine resolves, we just path on their turn. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I keep forgetting you can like remand your own spells to kind of play around like that, because that's one thing that I did against Blue Eye Control, where I cast Relic, they tried to counter it with a Cryptic, and I remanded their Cryptic, which just put it back in their hand, rather than just like remanding my Relic and then their Cryptic fizzles. I always forget that remand can work like that. I'm much more used to stuff like Counterspell and Force of Will and whatnot from playing in Legacy, so it clearly shows my inexperience with Modern. Slowly starting to get back into it, but I'm mostly like a Blue-Red Storm and Assault Lone player, so. Alright, Celestial Colonnade. That's frustrating. No. No, don't shock. Oh well, I guess we're just going to opt here. This is Blue-Eye Control again, or even Blue-Eye Red Control, then having the Spell Pierce is great, so I kept that on top. I will not have this come into play tapped. Yes, real blue cards, exactly. Oh, back is killing me. No, I don't want that untapped. I have like some cheap interaction, so I'm fine with not having that come to play tapped, untapped. I love like a, that would have been a great place for like a, is that Shadowed Out? Just get my opponent on their fetches, maybe some Trick Bind. Sulfur Falls, so we are definitely against Patriot Control, which means resolving a Mentor is going to be a real problem if they keep hitting their land drops and we don't. And we stopped hitting land drops, of course. Alrighty, we're going to Thought Scour, target my opponent for the mill. Really not tempted to put anything away. So we actually milled 2 lands from them, which is actually pretty good. Obviously, this is going to come down a lot to who's got more land in play and whatnot. I'm going to get another Hallowed Fountain. It will be tapped. Thanks. Like to play Modern deck yesterday was fun. You had to play your Modern deck yesterday. It was fun. What are you playing in Modern? So depending on what our opponent tries to do, we have like Spell Pierce remand up. Our opponent drew another land though, so that's unfortunate. We did not draw another land, so that's not great. We are out of cantrips. And like I said, we can't really, I don't think we're going to be able to resolve a Mentor. Our opponent, I mean, granted, if our opponent just goes like Cryptic, we can Spell Pierce, but then we can't stop their path or bolt next turn, which we really want to do. So getting one token just isn't as good as getting multiple tokens. Ideally, I'd love to find another like land or two to fight a counter war against my opponent, but it has another bolt. We're at the point where we're probably gonna have to like end a turn, like bolt my opponent, but I am gonna try and cast a Mentor here. At the very least, we can gut. If we do resolve this just with it as is, we can gut shot and then bolt. If they try to remove it, we can also just like pierce. You play Gift Storm, yeah, Gift Storm's sweet. I used to play Blue Red Storm before like Gifts was a thing in the deck, where it was like 4 Brawls, 4 Goblin Motion Dancers. I was playing Blue Red Storm back when it was like still 4 Pyromancer Ascension. Spell Queller. I mean, I'm okay. I'll bolt that. That's fine. Okay. So I gotta let that resolve first. Because I don't want to lose my Mentor forever. My opponent bolted it in response. Okay, so we're gonna Spell Pierce that bolt. So my opponent's trying to exile my Monastery Mentor forever. We're not gonna let that happen. But unfortunately, they're gonna keep their Spellcrawl around for now. Gift Storm, first round I beat 5-color humans. Yeah, 5-color humans doesn't really seem like a very tough matchup for Gift Storm. I mean, at least this way, now we're basically casting a Mentor for like 1 mana, which is good. Geist the Saint Trapped is a little obnoxious. We don't really have a good way to beat a Geist the Saint Trapped. I guess like once we get Mentor online, we're good. Okay. Yeah. So on my turn, I'm going to try and get like the Dream here. Okay. So I'm going to cast my Mentor. If my Mentor just simply resolves, what I'm going to do is I'm going to like Gut Shot them and then try to resolve a Temporal Trespass. What was it? 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we're still not quite there. But yeah, Finkel played the Ascension build, which like the Ascension build is not particularly ideal, but it is a blast to play. What do you got? You got Mana Leak Man up? No, you don't? Okay. You're going to lose that bolt then. Don't have another counterspell. Damn it, it's a Helix. My opponent is really getting frustrating here. Stop trying to beat me on my Mentor, please. Oh, because only one spell resolved. I get an extra token, so that's fine. Alright, well, we have some tokens, which is cool. I don't want to trade 2 for a Geist, but we might have to do that. I think I can take 1 full swing from the Geist. I don't want to have to take a chance to get blown up by Path either. Like, they did use, like, Bolt, Helix, Bolt. They have Snapcaster Mage, I can definitely flash one back. But we don't want Geist to just, like, Wrath our board. For them having, like, 1 removal spell, and we throw 3 tokens in front of it. What is this? They also have Colonnades. That's going to be 8 coming in the air. Be 10 if they attack with Geist. I can't picture going to attack with Geist here, because they're going to... I'm sure they're going to know that they're going to lose it. But, okay. So they played a Steam Vents tapped. Okay. So they have 1 mana up, which is actually pretty good. I'm going to start with an Opt. We definitely want another land, because I would love to be able to Bolt and Temporal Trespass. So that way we can deal a bunch of damage, and then take another turn, and then deal a bunch of damage. So we're going to try this. Hopefully we find land. I keep not finding land, so... yeah, we're going to put them on the bottom. We're going to hope to draw land. And it's a tap land. Because why wouldn't it be? Oh, that's terrible. That's so bad. Ah, sad face. Alright, well, if they try to block with their Geist, we have... we can kill their Geist at least, so... I'm just going to leave 1 token back. Okay. I'd love to have drawn a Path so we could, like, Path their Colonnade next time it tries to attack. It's like, next turn if they try to attack us with Geist, they just get us with the Colonnade and the lands. So we might actually just be dead. I think. What are they doing? I'm going to remand that. I'm going to remand that. I definitely need to keep up, like, Lightning Bolt. I need to keep up white mana for Path, though. So I'm going to have to Path the Colonnade or Path the Angel Token. Obviously, Colonnade is a better option, but... Okay. So, I mean, the Path doesn't happen. Oh, look, there's the untapped source we needed. Yeah, we're just dead. That was unfortunate. Still have mana. Yeah, I'm going to use that ability. Yeah, they still have mana to animate, so I can't picture they don't see the fact they have lethal, but we gotta hope. We gotta hope that they're idiots. Yeah. So we got a little unlucky there. Opponent got fairly lucky. It was unfortunate, but it happens. Answers to Geist. We don't really have any. Dispels are coming in. Bubbles are coming out. Magic Explosive is going to come in as an answer to Geist. I also want Cryptics. I don't want the Temporal Trespass. Purge, I don't think really does anything because I don't really have that many red permanents. Maybe like they might have a Keranos post board. I don't think that's particularly something we're concerned with. Vendilion Click might be fine. Can like surprise a Geist and attack. Relics I don't think are great. I guess they do have a lot of like graveyards. I don't know. Alright, let's see. So we definitely want the Apostle's Blessing because they're a removal heavy deck. Gut Shots are not great against pretty much any of their creatures except for Snapcaster Mage. We're not really looking to fight that battle, I don't think. Remans are fine. Bolts are not great, but neither is Lightning Helix. So I'm fine to trim. I'm going to keep Bolts and trim Lightning Helixes. The Life Gain could matter, but the Life Gain matters we're probably losing against that deck anyways. So I'm not going to bank on that. Really annoyed that we drew that irrigated farmland, but I can't cut it because I need the more land. So, let's see, Spell Pierce. Yeah, I kind of like where this is. I'm trying to think if there's any reason like Negate could come in to fight Counter Wars, but like 2-mana counters we already have a bunch of. It's possible I do have too many removal spells, and I should just like drop a Bolt. I don't want to load up too much on Counter Magic because it's going to make our Monastery Mentor that much more awkward. But I think that this is fine. Yes, I still want Summoner Bolts too for Izzet Staticaster, which could be a thing. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. I'm just going to lead Mountain Relic, I think. I might do Hollow Fountain. I could do Hollow Fountain on tap, but I think Mountain Relic's fine. Save as much life as possible. Could just be Hollow Fountain tapped, pass, and then just go with... I'm going to do that. Hollow Fountain tapped, and then pass, and then just go with Relic and hold up like a blue-white card next turn. It'd be really unfortunate if my opponent just like Spell Pierces me here, but... Okay. My opponent's like going to Spell Pierce here or something. Okay, nope, they were just fetching just for good measure. I'm going to exile that fetch immediately. So we're playing the Manage the Graveyard game from here. They don't play a creature that we can path, and a term's going to opt. They're obviously not going to play a creature we can path, though. We don't really have lands to make Monastery Mentor useful, so we're going to bottom that, unfortunately. We just drew 2 lands, which is awesome. I'm going to lead here on Fledstrand so we can fetch end a turn and get a tapped shock if they don't do anything. It's really unfortunate we had to bottom that Mentor, but I mean, it's still probably better than, you know, just, still probably better than, like, not drawing the lands we needed. Like, now we know we would have drawn the lands we needed, but can't really take the chance that that's a thing. We also needed to get towards Cryptic Mana. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with Island, Segu. We can end it to their turn. I'm probably going to fetch and opt. Mostly because I want to get, like, some pressure on board without really committing too much to the board. What are they doing? Electrolyze. I don't think I want to remand that. I don't particularly want to Cryptic that either. So I'm fine with letting that resolve. We're going to make them dump a card. We're keeping up on our land drops, which is great. We want to try and definitely keep ahead of them when it comes to land drops. I don't think I care about Serum Visions. Like, obviously they're trying to find more land, but there's much better things I can fight over with Counter Magic, so we're going to just let that happen. End step, we're going to snap, try to opt. Oh no. Ugh. You have to hit OK to so many things. I hit OK one too many times and could not cast Opt as a result. So, that's the thing. I don't play well with M2GO apparently. Just really bad with this whole pushing buttons and not being an old person. I'm not just going to trade my Snapcaster for Spellcaller, so I'm fine with that going back to their hand and drawing a card. Okay. There's my attackers. Let's get a card out of your graveyard. Yeah, okay, they have Spellqueller. Like, we can answer that, but I don't want Spellqueller to just come in and just kill our Snapcaster Mage for no reason. So I don't think there's any reason for us to trade like that poorly when we don't have to. Right now, this is like our lone threat, basically, so not really where we'd want to be. It's possible my opponent just tries to sneak in a Spellqueller here just because we have one mana up, so it's not like we're going to have like something that's going to counter a Spellqueller. Not sure what exactly my opponent's doing. This could be like a Cryptic or something. If it's Cryptic, it's pretty stupid, but yeah, it's Spellcaller, so they're just trying to get a Spellcaller into play so that way they can. I think we want more red, so we're going to go that. I'm actually going to go ahead and just path the Spellcaller now. Alright, they might have Bolt so they can just take care of our Snapcaster Mage now, but I'm not going to really assume that that's going to be a thing. Like, maybe they want to Bolt it now. If they do, I probably am okay just, like, Cryptic the Bolt. Just, like, draw a card and get deeper in my deck. Cryptic, I think I just want to save for, like, something like a Geist where they can't particularly tap out for anything else. It's possible I should have played Hollow Fountain untapped, so we'd have Cryptic plus Mana Leak up. I'm fine just Mana Leak in this. Mana Leak's going to fall off very slowly here, so I'm fine with having, like, Mana Leak. Fine with keeping Cryptic up and just having Mana Leak for the Bolt they try to get our Snapcaster Mage with. Before they get a chance to snap Bolt our Mage, though, I'm going to go ahead and relic that away. So we're in fairly good control of this game so far. I'm actually pretty happy with the position we're in. If they path here, I'm actually fine with that. If they Cryptic bounce, that'd be even better. So I can't just Cryptic that because I don't have the mana, but I can cast EE on our turn. I don't particularly have... If I get one more land here, no? Okay. So let's see if we can get this EE down. Nope, right there. 1, 2, 3. So X equals 3, done. If this resolves, we can dance that Geist straight out right now. If our opponent has a remand, we can just recast it, sit on it for a turn. I mean, I'm going to just go to combat. If they want to trade a Geist for a Snapcaster Mage, I'm actually perfectly okay with that. I'll take that trade any day. Like, our general clock is going to be much better than a Snapcaster Mage. So, yeah, they're not going to make that trade. I'm not really surprised. I'm just kind of like, if they try to throw like a Spellcaller into play or whatnot, I'd like to be able to hold this just to get a Spellcaller as well. Ugh, I didn't do that early enough, did I? Okay. We're going to take one punch from this Geist. I am going to do this before we actually take the punch, though. I'm going to do this so we don't take the 2. We're going to take the 4, because unfortunately I didn't stop beginning combat, which I should have done. We're going to go ahead and just keep their graveyard nice and empty. I probably should have had up red to have this Bolt up, but I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, okay. They're doing nothing then. Alright, so we're going to take 4 here. Silly Aaron, no beginning combat stop. Probably should have done that main phase as well. Whatever, it would have worked. Bolt's targeting my Snapcaster Mage most likely. Nope, Bolt targeting me, okay. That's interesting. I'm going to try to Bolt, Snap Bolt. I mean, I want their trigger to at least target something. And I'm going to respond to it. I'm fine with cracking this relic now. Another snap into Bolt. Wow, my opponent's going deep right now. They really want to Bolt us. Okay. So, we can trade our Snapcaster for one of their Snapcaster Mages. We can Bolt the other one. They are tapped out, so that's not a problem. And the Mentor? Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't... me think. I can hold up Cryptic as well, which I don't think is smart. So I'm going to not pay that 3 life. I'm going to go ahead and play a Mentor. And I really just want to Mentor, like, bolt a creature right now. Let's get some tokens going. It's possible my opponent may have, like, Supreme Verdict or whatever, but if that's the case, then, like, sure, they got it. I'm going to get in for 2 damage with Snapcaster Mage here. They might trade, they might not. If they trade, like, that's fine. My Mentor and Monk don't have to worry about being blocked or having to block anything stupid like a Snapcaster Mage. If they don't take the trade, they either have they probably don't have the Verdict, because that means they want to keep this creature around, which means I'm probably going to be trading like a Monk token for it. They're going to be tapped out, so actually, you know what? I'm going to take the 2. They have 3 cards in hand. If they have like another Bolt and Snapcaster Mage, like, they have it, sure, whatever. Electrolyze. I don't know what they're doing right now. Not tapping for Cryptic properly or something. They try and do Helix? Verdict? Yeah. Alright, so they did have the Verdict. So that's unfortunate. It would have been nice to, like, have, like, the Cryptic up to, like, counterbalance, but that's fine. So Cryptic's really trying to counter a Geist, most likely. I don't particularly want to go to 4, but I highly doubt my opponent's running Boros Charm, which we can counter anyway, so that's not really relevant. No, we're not paying 2. We don't have enough life to pay the 2. Okay, so now we have Cryptic and Metalik, so that's good. It's possible this deck could use a Desolate Lighthouse for situations where I am drawing so much land, I'd like to start cycling it away for more cards. It is possible like I should be doing that. Actually, Sphinx's Rev might not be bad in a Monastery Mentor deck that's like more in the control plan. All these options we have. Well, Irrigated Farmland doesn't really amount to much. I think we just want to do that end of turn for a cycle. I'm definitely not playing the Irrigated Farmland. I don't need more land in any way, shape, or form. It's just 1 Mentor down, right? Yeah, 1 Mentor down. Alright, end of turn. Let's cycle this Bad Larry away. What are they doing? Do they not realize that this is an ability? What are they doing? It's going to be a spell color, Electrolyze in response. So I still have enough mana for Cryptic and cards, so that's fine. So counter spell, draw a card. And we still have Mana Leak up, which means our opponent has to have like Cryptic of their own, probably. Otherwise, they just pay for Mana Leak. If we Mana Leak like the Electrolyze, though, that's another 3 they have to pay. Yeah, it's still not really good enough. Logic Knot. Okay. That sucks. So odds are our Cryptic Command's getting countered by Logic Knot. The Electrolyze is going to resolve as a result. We're going to go to 2. So we're definitely going to go to 2 here. They're going to draw a card. We get to draw a card still, which is nice. Nope, not paying 3 for Logic Knot. Don't have the mana available. Okay. I mean, at least they're tapped out, so they can't just deal more damage to us. Bolt's not great. Mentor's pretty good, I hear. Here's Mentor. I mean, I guess this is miserable. Yeah, we're just going to bolt our opponent in response to that. It's possible we should have just bolted on our turn when our opponent was still tapped out. So this gets countered, it just feels bad. They're going to Helix us, probably. Yeah, okay, you got it, buddy. Sure, good for you. Alright. It's possible we should have kept any Helixes and just actually played like the actual Patriot control route. Like Monastery Mentor being our Geist, but gotta learn the deck, unfortunately. It's been rough so far. This is our last round we're going into now. We are 1-3, unfortunately. Should have tried the white-red version of this deck. Blood Moon is just such a powerful card. Let's see what we got here. We got some people in the chat over here. Is that what's going on? Let's see. Yeah, we got some. Evil Mailman still here. Yeah, I will play first. Nope. Or not enough mana at all. If I had like an opt or 2 in here, I'd probably be more apt to keep it, but no opt says no. This hand's not great, but we're going to keep it. We have like instant speed up. That's going to bottom. We have too many lands as it is. Definitely do not want to fetch. So I'm going to play a Steam Vents. I'm not going to play 2 life. Hey, Teferi of Zelf here. Not sure who you are, but how's it going? Thanks for joining the chat. You know, coming in, saying hi. Appreciate people interacting a bit. Streaming when you're just kind of playing and your opponent, like people in your chat, aren't particularly interacting, gets a little boring. It gets a little awkward. It's like I'm sitting here talking to myself, you know. Oh, Inquisition is not good. Mull to 6 with just two non-land cards and then Inquisition, so it's like basically a mull to 5 with one non-land card. That's miserable. I have to assume they take the opt here. They might take the remand, but opt seems correct here. You're just a random internet user? Oh, okay. Well, it's still a pleasure to have you, so thank you anyway. Thank you for stopping by. No, we're not paying 2 life for that. Sitting here arguing with my buddy over Ponza builds. So you and your buddy are basically evil people, is what you're saying. Gotcha. Arguing over Ponza builds. Who does that? Alright, we're probably going to lose Mistress Bauble. I'm going to at least cast this up, see what we got on top. Snapcaster Mage. Damn it, I don't want that. I mean, they're going to end up taking it, but might have been just correct to just lose the op there. I have to assume Snapcaster Mage goes. Like, don't figure they're going to care about Bauble. Yeah, Snapcaster Mage goes away. Yeah, this is kind of a brutal start for us right now. Getting double discarded early. I don't know what my opponent could possibly be doing. Could be like a Grixis Shadow deck or whatever. We just drew another land, so that's unfortunate. I'm just going to jam the Bauble here. He wants me to play more taunts with 4 Huntmasters, Tireless Trackers. I think Tireless Tracker's correct, but Huntmaster I don't know about. Huntmaster doesn't seem correct. I'm going to check myself out right now. Temporal Trespass we do not want to draw. Card seems like real bad right now, like actively. Nope. Alright, so we're on no non-land cards. Such a ramp deck that's in red, green, red. Hey Levi, how's it going? Why are you not playing Titan Shift? That's actually a really good point. Why are you not playing Titan Shift if you're on green-red ramp deck? I guess Ponza's just like a different human though. Like Ponza people like so Titan Shift doesn't want to interact. They want to be like miserable to their opponents and just like crush them. But, like Ponza decks just like really want to make their opponent like super miserable. Like one deck's a deck where you don't want to interact and you want your opponent to be like absolutely miserable that they're losing. The other deck's a deck where you might want to interact a little bit, but mostly in a way that like you're interacting with your opponent's lands, so they can't actually interact with you. So I don't know what my opponent's doing. I've seen blue-black for mana. I've seen 2 Inquisition and Kozileks that don't match and 1 opt. No idea what my opponent's on. I have to assume like some type of shadow variant, but Thoughtseize. Alright, we're going to pretend like we're drawing cards. We're going to Spell Pierce that. And the Thoughtseize could be like, if this is like Shadow, Thoughtseize could be one of the few ways they have to lose life. And I'm fine with them not being able to get a Shadow on the play. So I love a Stormbreath Dragon for sure in that deck. 3 Inferno Titans seems real good. Just like all like Kitchen Finks, Huntmasters, like that seems like if you want to like go post forward and go on like a much more aggressive type version of the deck, that's probably fine. I don't really know how I feel about all that though. Creeping Tar Pit, so blue-black control of some sort maybe. It's like the best I got really. Mentor with nothing really to do. Like if our opponent like plays a spell in response, that's a creature. Mentor is certainly relevant, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be relevant here at the moment. So I think we're just going to hold it. Hopefully draw like a cantrip of some sort. Gutshot's not terrible, but it's possible our opponent ends up just like snap discard. So I'm going to play the Mentor now. Yeah, it's probably going to end up being fairies. I'm trying to think what fairy could be for 3 mana that might interact with this. I'm thinking like they might have Spell Spares, right? Maybe a click or something, which is why I'm going to hold these until they do something. I feel like Creeping Tar Pit's more likely to be Mutavault and fairies, but I honestly go for the throat. Ugh, screw you. I'm going to gut shot my guy in response. Yeah. It's alright, we're going to get some tokens here. I'm probably even going to path my mentor. That way I can get more mana. And another token. So like this probably isn't the best play, but I got to get something out of this mentor, and I do not want to just lose to my opponent, like having to go through a throat basically. It's like if my mentor dies here, I'm actually fine. My mentor gets exiled, that's even better, because then I can dig out some basic lands out of my deck, and hopefully not just keep drawing lands. But my opponent used 2 mana to tap down for that, so odds of my opponent having like a second, another land, and another 2 mana spell. Fatal Push is unfortunate. Ugh, I wish I had a Apostle's Blessing in hand. That would have been nice. Alright, Thought Scour, target myself. Okay, let's get some prowess going. Hey, look, another land. Sweet. I'm definitely going to start running Faithless Looting in this deck, I think. I think this deck needs to be much more low to the ground with stuff like Faithless Looting to be able to flash back, like dump lands, like turn lands into real cards, because this is just miserable. I've been drawing a lot of lands and haven't had much to do with them. This is another removal spell. We're just like dead here. So this is going to be Snap Push, so yeah. We are very, very dead here. So this is like blue-black control, I'm guessing. I don't like this. Seems like a little too heavy just to be blue-black fairies. Like this is a lot of non-creature spells and non-fairy spells. I'm on 23 land right now. I should probably be on 22, quite frankly. I should probably be on 22, honestly, but unfortunately, I'm not at that point. Think twice actually probably isn't bad. Termaglyph? Yeah, it's unfortunate. Alright, so this is that bug control or whatever this deck is, probably? Yeah. So another... Okay, we're running out of lands to fetch. This is not good. Oh, Termaglyph. Why didn't a Barely Can Handle that happen? So that was unfortunate. Tapped out for a Mentor roughly. Used Gutshot and Path to make 2 tokens. Lost the Mentor to the Go for Throat we were responding to. Lost 1 token to Fatal Push. Lost another token to Snap Fatal Push. Yeah, no, we're not letting that Scavenging Ooze happen. Think twice is certainly an option, though. Work for how much we've been flooding out. I think I'd rather just not flood out, though. I think I'd rather have, like, Faithless Looting or whatnot. Yep. Oh, no, no, don't! Ugh! Instead of cycling my Irrigated Farmland, I played it. I can't undo that, can I? No, of course not. Apparently I don't do well with you know, today's stuff. Oh, there's another Tarmogoyf. Sweet. Yeah, so we're just like really dead here. I can't picture what we could top deck here, but maybe there's something. Oh, there we go. Opt. Perfect. That would have been drawn off Irrigated Farmland, which would have drawn us into a Mishra's Bauble, which we're going to bottom, which would have drawn us into a Mishra's Bauble. Sweet. So I guess our only hope is like Mishra's Bauble, target ourselves, see if there's a path there. If there's no path there, we're just going to scoop because we're dead. If there's path there, it has to be like Temporal Trespass. Yeah, that's not good. That was terrible. Yeah, I'm not great with this MTGO thing. I'm very bad at clicking the correct things. Looks like they got a lot of 2-drops. I'm going to bring in Engineer Explosives. They have Tarmogoyf, so relics seem great. Mishra's Bauble is miserable. All these lands are miserable. I'm actually going to board out 2 lands for this match. It seems like it's going to be slightly slower and not so much based on like early plays and whatnot. So I'm actually fine with that. I want Dispels for some cheap interaction and protect my mentors. I didn't see anything like a Death Shadow, a Tassic, or anything like that, or a Gurmag Angler. I'm assuming it's probably not going to be there, but a Celestial Purge might be correct if they play Liliana. So I'm kind of tempted to bring that in. I don't think I care about Negate or Disdainful Stroke. It's possible they have stuff like Burst Cut or whatnot that I might want the Negate for. I'm at 60 cards right now, but is there... Do I want to keep... I don't know if cutting 2 lands is correct. That might be an over. Like, these gut shots aren't great, so I'm going to cut the gut shots. I'm going to keep one of these lands. That's probably an overreaction to drawing so many lands. Maybe the Click. I'm tempted to bring in the Click. Just bring in another, like, actual clock. So we're going to try this out. We are going to play first. Let's see. Hey, look, no lands. That's the opposite of what happened. No, no lands again. Okay, sure, yeah. 3 lands, yeah. Path on top. Oh, look, no white sources. That was bad. Okay. No, we're not going to pay 2 life. Okay. Our opponent's likely not just going to be jamming stuff like a Tarmogoyf. So the fact we can't play a path already is probably fine. I mean, they have a lot of discards, so chances are they're just going to shred us to pieces anyway. Yeah, there's an Inquisition and Kozilek, so chances are they're going to shred our hand to pieces anyways. It seems like they're running probably 6 or so discard spells. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised to see it's like 4 Inquisition, 2 Thoughtseize, or 2 Inquisition, 4 Thougtseize, whatever. Probably around 6, maybe even 3 and 3. Okay. So, somehow we're still drawing a lot of lands. Ugh, MTGO stresses me out with this crap. I do such a great job at finding all lands or no lands on this program. It's really unfortunate. Opt put a card on top of their library and then drew, so it was something they obviously liked. So if they know we have Mana Leak, so if they just drew Tarmogoyf or whatever, that's probably why they didn't actually cast it. I don't think we want to Thought Scour ourselves. We just want to pass, hold up Mana Leak, and maybe Thought Scour in response to something. Waiting for them to pay costs. Snapcaster Mage. I Thought Scour target myself. See if they respond to that. See if we can, what we can mill. Milled a Relic Majoris and an Irrigated Farmland. So we milled everything that was relevant, so that's awesome. Alright. We're just going to Mana Leak that. We don't want them to have the pressure or the up, so. Don't you find all no lands regardless of where you're playing? I find all or no lands regardless of where I'm playing all the time, yeah. If it's on MTGO, if it's in paper. Generally, I do that pretty well. Okay, yeah, get an opt. That's what they do with it. They're card on top and draw, so now they have Tarmogoyf. We need a white source real bad. Hey, look, we milled a white source. And a Relic of Genesis. Both cards are really relevant against Goyf. Yeah, this is really unfortunate. And Celestial Purge could just be dead in this matchup as well, so that's like even more tilting to draw on that card. So yeah, this is unfortunate. This may end up being a quick round, which is good because I'm getting tired. It's been 2 hours and 15 minutes I've been streaming, so I'm getting tired, but I don't want to just lose like this. Like this has been kind of brutal. This is making me wonder if I should have like Leyline of Sanctity, honestly. Tasigur. Okay, that's so now we really need a white source. There's a white source. Unfortunately, we have to take some damage for it, but I'm gonna wait and figure out what we should hit. I think it's gonna be probably the Tasigur with a Celestial Purge first. I think it just has to be Tasigur. I don't think we want to wait on this Goyf. I think the Goyf's going to be small enough for long enough where like they're both going to be 4 power for a while, and we can take the time next turn to path the Goyf. So I think we just had to take Tasigur there first. Tasigur starts using his ability and like bringing cards back to my opponent's hand. Like I think we're in trouble. So I feel like that was correct. We're going to find out though real quick. We're going to path this Tarmogoyf now. If they have the counter spell for the path, we'll snap path again. Mana Leak, which we can pay for, but we're gonna dispel that Mana Leak. If they have counter magic for our dispel, we'll probably just snap dispel their other counter magic. Alright. So we got the path off in the Goyf, so things are hopefully coming back together. Milling past our Relic was really unfortunate. Another Snapcaster Mage. I mean, I'm fine. I'm kind of fine with that. On that turn, I'll likely Snapcaster, target Dispel, try to trade Caster Mage. Creepy Tar Pit. Alright. They didn't get a basic, so they probably have one of each basic. I actually didn't notice that. Does it actually say when they don't get basic? Fails to find basic land. Yes, it says that. Huh. Taking 5. I don't think it's great, but I think we gotta wait until next turn we can snap path. I'd like to Snapcaster Mage, path their Creeping Tar Pit, and then trade Snapcaster for Snapcaster. So unfortunately, I think I just have to take that attack. It's obviously not pretty and it's not ideal, but I think that's the only way we're going to probably win this game. Yeah, one of each basic's a little greedy because there's a lot of like I've seen a lot of Field of Ruin. I've seen a lot of there's a lot of Path to Exiles like always. You know, I don't think that one of each basic is actually correct. I'm gonna agree with you on that. That's very greedy deck building. Which I mean, I'm a fairly greedy deck builder as well, so I can't really judge them for it. But okay, it's gonna target Path. Path's gonna target their creepy tar pit. Let's hope they don't go for the throat. So I can still block and trade with their Snapcaster Mage. I guess Fatal Push also kills my Snapcaster Mage, which is unfortunate. Okay, let's hope this resolves. If it doesn't resolve, we're in trouble. Oh no. Oh no. That's probably going to be a Mana Leak to target this path, which means we're going to be taking 3 going to 1. So we're still going to trade with the Snapcaster Mage. If this is like Dispel Fatal Push, then we're just really dead, which is really unfortunate. Breeding Pool? Yeah, okay. No, I will not pay 3 for Mana Leak. Thank you for asking that. I appreciate that. Just rub it in that I can't pay 3 for Mana Leak while you're at it. Alright, yeah. We're going to trade Snapcaster Mage, go to 1. Spell Pierce does not do it. That's a really bad top deck, so yeah. That Thought Scour is really miserable. Kept us off white for an extra turn, and kept us off Relic Progenitus, which could have nerfed the crap out of their Snapcasters and their Glyphs. That's really unfortunate. Yeah. We're going to hold up. We're going to see if they play scared. They have Thoughtseize? Yeah, we're just dead then. They know we're not. We have crap. Alright. 1-4 in another league, so playing in leagues has not been great. Just haven't been doing very well as far as all that stuff, as far as all the clicking goes and all that. I've got to take my time with MTGO a little more because I'm just not doing well with it. I've had a pretty lazy day too, so I'm fairly tired, so that kind of leads a little bit to it. But I got to play more carefully, clearly. So the deck was super fun. I think I'm too much. I'm halfway into like almost like a combo approach, having like the gut shots and like the Apostle's Blessing and whatnot. And I'm not enough into the control approach where like my cryptic commands are sideboard and they probably should just be mainboard. Again, gut shots like Mishra's Bauble should probably be out. Actually, let me just go to the collection. There it is. Let me just go here real quick. So if I had to change anything, these come right out. These go to the main board. This comes right out. I think I can mainboard a click, honestly. So this would come to the main board. Alright, sort back to my rank cost. There should probably be like a third Snapcaster Mage in here. The gut shots go away. So it'd be like a third Snapcaster Mage. Possibly a 4th Remand. I think that's probably where I'd want the deck to be if I want a more control route. Yeah, Thought Scour should clearly be Serum Visions as well. So it'd be like 3 Serum Visions, 3 Snapcaster Mage. What else did I say I was going to do? So 3 Serum Visions instead of Thought Scour. A 3rd Snapcaster Mage. We're missing 1 slot still. It's probably like a 4th Path or like a 4th Remand. Probably a 4th Remand. I think that's probably what we end up doing here. And then we have like enough cantrips to actually support like Monastery Mentor, like just kind of like by cantripping through our deck and really getting the value from Mentor. And then post board we'll have a little more of like we'll have some Spell Quellers, some Supreme Bark or something. Click should probably stay in the sideboard, and that should be like a Spell Queller or 2. But yeah, the deck was like some fun. Like we had some turns where we played like Mentor and just kind of went nuts with it. We had some unfortunate plays where like our opponent just had like 2 or 3 removal spells and we just couldn't ever take off. So it was fun, but it was fun for sure. 1-4 again, not exactly ideal. Love to complete a league with like a winning record. I haven't completed a league with a winning record in such a long time now. It's really sad. Yeah. So that's the deck. If anyone has any questions, feel free to tweet at me. You'll notice on the overlay it says at Aaron Gazaniga there. At Aaron Gazaniga is my Twitter handle. Feel free to tweet at me. Feel free to send me messages. I'm happy to answer questions about decks. I'm happy to take any type of challenges. If you see it's like some neat little combo or whatever you see that you want to try out, that you want to build a deck for, definitely hit me up. I'm happy to play around some things. I streamed Jace Stompy and Legacy, so it's just a bunch of Jaces, like Engineering Bridge and stuff. I streamed that in Legacy on Thursday, and that's what I'll be writing about for my article on Tuesday. So be sure to check that out as well. Um, Peace Bomb, thanks for following me on Twitch, and I'm assuming that's supposed to be, of course, Farva. Thank you for following me as well. Appreciate the follows, guys. I am becoming a Twitch affiliate, so there are ways to support me and whatnot. So be sure to support me. The more support I get, the better that my Twitch affiliation comes. I will try to do more things like giveaways. I have a bunch of stuff planned. I'll talk about that on a stream sometime soon. I'll probably just like streaming a random, like, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'd like to do, what do you all think, and I'll have like an open ask me anything, basically, where you can come in my Twitch chat and ask me questions based on, like, some of the goals I have and some of the rewards that I'll be giving away to my viewers. So be sure to follow me on Twitter. Be sure to follow me on Twitch. That way you can get all the updates on what I'm up to on Brews and when I'm streaming. I want to say thanks to Hipsters of the Coast and Card Hoarder for supporting the stream and for making this all possible. It's a lot of fun and interesting deck ideas that I've been playing around with throughout the years. This Thursday, actually, I'm planning on playing Triskaidekaphobia, which is a legacy deck I built. It's Jund. It's Jund coloration, and it wins with Triskaidekaphobia or Tarmogoyf. There's a lot of neat little interaction in the deck. So Triskaidekaphobia itself, it's let me think. Let me see if I can find that for you real quick so I can show you. But it's at the beginning of your upkeep, choose one. Either each player with 13 life loses the game, then each player gains a life, and then or each player with 13 life loses the game and each player loses a life. So that's like a way you can kind of control your opponent's life total a little more. And then I have like Grove of the Burnwillows, Punishing Fire, so that's like a neat little interaction with Triskaidekaphobia where if my opponent like fetches down to 12, I can gain them the life with Grove, put them back up to 13. If my opponent finds a way to gain a couple life, I can like Punching Fire them back down to 13 as well. So it's actually a pretty neat deck. I'm looking forward to trying it out. I don't know if I'm gonna run it through a league. I might run it through a league, but I might just play it in the tournament practice room for a couple hours. We'll see what happens, but it should be a lot of fun. But yeah, thanks for coming out, and I hope you all have a good night. And don't work too hard this week. Have a fun week, and we'll see you Thursday at 8 p.m. Thank you very much.